Chapter 3301 Get It, by Kashyapa Wisdom Leaves. Qingju Realm Master quickly calmed down. Although the Qingya family is very weak, even if it is exposed, it will not destroy the Qingya family. After all, the Qingya family still has some trump cards. Master Yi Tian, let me tell you that our Qingya family does have the inheritance of the third level of Kasyapa's wisdom body, but the inheritance of the third level of Kasyapa's wisdom body is so precious that it cannot be easily traded to outsiders. Qingju the Realm Master said so. Yi Tian smiled slightly and said, Master Qingju, any treasure can be traded, it's just a matter of price. How can the Qingya family be willing to trade the inheritance of the third level of Kasyapa's wisdom body? The master of Qingju realm saw that Yi Tian seemed to be unwilling to leave unless he could trade the third level inheritance of Kashyapa wisdom body. He felt solemn in his heart, for fear of offending Yi Tian and thus provoking a powerful enemy for the Qingya family. Master Yi Tian, our Qingya family has an enemy who is at the peak of the fourth realm. If you can kill him, we will give you the inheritance of Kashyapa wisdom body Di Zukong. This is the idea of Qingchang realm, road. She just said such harsh conditions to make Yi Tian give up automatically. And the Qingya family does have such an enemy, but the person at the peak of the fourth level is not too strong, and he is afraid of the Qingya family's trump card, so he doesn't dare to directly attack the Qingya family. But such enemies have always survived, and the Qingya family is always in crisis. Yi Tian agreed directly. What, you agree? Qingju Realm Master was surprised. That was the ultra-dimensional realm at the peak of the fourth realm. Even if it was average in other aspects, he had been practicing for a long time and the realm of ultra-dimensional rules was not low. In addition, his cultivation level was much higher than that of Yi Tian. Yi Tian dared to kill the peak of the fourth realm. A super-dimensional realm. And Yi Tian didn't even ask, isn't he afraid that the other party is the fourth realm of overlord-level super-dimensional forces? Yes, I agree, I will help you kill the other party. Your Qingya family will pass on the third level of Kasyapa's wisdom body to me. Yi Tian said seriously. Okay. The leader of Qingju realm also agreed. Immediately, she gave Yi Tian the information about the fourth realm person. I'll be back soon. Yi Tian left the Qingya family. It's not like he hasn't thought about threatening the Qingya family directly, but if the Qingya family destroys the inheritance, it will be bad. Therefore, it is the safest way to obtain the inheritance of Kasyapa's wisdom body through this kind of cooperation. Territory No. 4191. There is an extra-dimensional realm leader at the peak of the fourth realm here, Mupin Realm Master. He comes from an alliance of casual cultivators. He doesn't have a big background and doesn't have a powerful backer. Otherwise, he can destroy the Qingya family. There is little trouble in killing such a fourth realm. Soon, Yi Tian came to the dojo of Mupin Realm Master. There were many second and third realm superdimensional realms here, all of whom were followers of Mupin Realm Master. Yi Tian came here, his eyes penetrated the layers of void, and locked the position of the master of Mupin Realm. The Mupin Realm Master is just a little person who is as small as an ant to Yi Tian. Even the strength of the first Tianguan of the 10-dimensional Tianguan Tower is not as strong as the peak of the fourth realm, the extra-dimensional realm. At this time, the master of Mupin Realm also sensed Yi Tian's arrival, and his whole body was trembling with coldness, as if he was locked by a mysterious force, and the breath of death came. Not good. The leader of Mupin Realm was afraid and wanted to escape. But at this moment, a sword light struck, and it was the secret skill of the 8th dimension of Wumu Sword Light. The Wumu Sword Light crossed the 8th dimension, passed through many formations, and killed the soul will of the Mupin Realm Master. Mupin Realm Master is just an ordinary 4th level peak extra-dimensional realm. Even his soul will is still at the limit of the 7th dimension. How can he resist the unique skill of the 8th dimensional will? No. In the desperate cry, his soul and will were completely obliterated, his proud head lowered, and the breath of life in his body dissipated, turning into a corpse. Buzz. Yi Tian forced his way through the layers of formations, snatched away the body of Master Mupin with one hand, and then quickly rushed to the Qingya family. Not long after, the Ya family arrived. Master Qingju, this is Master Mupin. Yi Tian threw the body of Master Mupin over. After seeing the body of Master Mupin, the Qingju Realm Master shivered all over. Because the body of Mupin Realm Master had no trace of scars, and even the inside of his body was intact, but his vitality dissipated and completely fell, there was only one possibility, that is, his soul and will had been wiped out. The secret skill of will. The leader of Qingju Realm secretly said. The secret art of will is still a legend to her. She has never seen anyone who has understood the fourth level of the secret skill of will, but she didn't expect to see her today. If Yi Tian used his secret skill of will on him, she might not even be able to resist, and would be directly obliterated. After all, even Mupin Realm Master couldn't withstand him. Her strength was far inferior to Mupin Realm Master, and she couldn't even resist him. For a moment, she was full of awe of Yi Tian. #Qingju Realm Master. Mupin Realm Master is dead. It's time for your Qingya family to pass on the third level of Kashyap's wisdom body to me, right? Yi Tian directly asked for payment. Good. The master of Qingju Realm did not dare not to give it, so he hurriedly passed on the inheritance. Soon, the third layer of inheritance of Kashyapa wisdom body appeared in front of Yi Tian. After Yi Tian accepted the inheritance and confirmed it was correct, he left immediately. Seeing Yi Tian leaving, Qingju Realm Master also breathed a sigh of relief and immediately smiled. The leader of the Mupin realm has fallen, and the biggest crisis for the Qingya family has been resolved. The clan members can now go out to experience and explore with peace of mind. Even she dares to go out often. Otherwise, the Jia family is really afraid that the Lord Mupin will secretly kill them. Territory No. 4500. After Yi Tian came back, he was ready to attack the third level good money of Kashyap's wisdom body. Although he possesses the essence of the multi-dimensional treasure gourd, the third layer used to attack Kashyap's wisdom body is still not safe. For this reason, he specially purchased Kashyap's wisdom leaves and a drop of Kashyap's wisdom essence. The force that sells Kashyapa wisdom leaves is Kashyapa Buddhist Pavilion under Kashyapa Buddhism. Kashyapa Buddhism is in charge of the Kashyapa wisdom tree, and the Kashyapa wisdom tree is extremely huge and has too many leaves. Even if it is picked, it will not be harvested after a few years, will also grow. Therefore, Kashyapa Buddhism has earned a lot of wealth by relying on the Kashyapa wisdom tree. The essence of Kashyapa wisdom is a special resource extracted from the trunk of the Kashyapa wisdom tree. It is very rare and rarely sold by Kashyapa Buddhism. However, as long as you purchase enough Kashyapa wisdom leaves, you will be eligible to purchase a drop of Kashyapa wisdom leaf wisdom essence. Yi Tian purchased 1,000 pieces of Kashyapa wisdom leaves, and then he was qualified to purchase a drop of Kashyapa wisdom essence. For this reason, he also paid a lot of multi-dimensional treasure coins to eat. Chapter 3302 The Terrifying Calamity Wind. 1,000 leaves of Kashyap's wisdom, 1 drop of Kashyap's wisdom essence, plus some essence of 4-dimensional multi-dimensional treasure gourds are enough for Yi Tian to reach the third level of Kashyap's wisdom body 100%. Of course, he still has to fully understand the third level of Kashyap's wisdom body. If he practices recklessly, he will most likely fail to break through. Once the breakthrough of the innate multi-dimensional Tao body fails, the sequelae will be great, and in the most serious case, it may even lead to death. Therefore, Yi Tian first continued to analyze and comprehend the content of the third level of Kashyap's wisdom body. He continued to comprehend and gradually understood the third level of Kashyap's wisdom body. This day, only then did Yi Tian begin to attack the third level of Kashyap's wisdom body. Kashyapa wisdom leaves, Kashyapa wisdom essence, and multi-dimensional treasure gourd essence were swallowed directly by Yi Tian, and then he practiced Kashyapa wisdom body, and soon hit the bottleneck, and began to impact the third level of Kashyapa wisdom body. It is not that easy to break the bottleneck, and it will take at least dozens of extra-dimensional epochs of time. For this reason, Yi Tian has been working hard and hitting the bottleneck little by little. It has to be said that the bottleneck of the third level of Kashyap's wisdom body is really extremely strong. No wonder there are so few super-dimensional realms in the number 4000 territory that can truly cultivate an innate multi-dimensional Taoist body to the third level. In the blink of an eye, 25 super-dimensional epochs have passed. This day, boom, the bottleneck of Jia 980's intelligent body has been completely broken. Yi Tian successfully broke through Kashyap's wisdom body from the second level of Dacheng limit to the third level of initial entry. At the same time, his physical body began to transform, his body became tougher and tougher, his strength continued to skyrocket, and his ability to heal and recover became extremely powerful. And after Kashyap's wisdom body breaks through to the third level, the effect of the innate multi-dimensional secret skill of multi-dimensional wisdom light will inevitably increase dramatically, which can help him understand the super-dimensional rules faster and grow faster. It's time to get the third innate multi-dimensional body. Yi Tian murmured. He currently doesn't like the general innate multi-dimensional Tao body. What he wants is an innate multi-dimensional Tao body that can rival or be second only to Wu Mu's body. And based on the information given by the Lord of Extermination, he already had a choice. 10-dimensional celestial body. This is the 5th level innate multi-dimensional Taoist body of the owner of the 10-dimensional Tianguan Tower. There are 5 levels in total. It is said that once you reach the 5th level, you can physically cross the 10th dimension and return from the 4000 realm in an instant. More than 7,000 territories. In terms of special effects, the value of the 10-dimensional celestial body AFAE is still higher than that of the Wumu body. It's just that the Wumu realm master broke through to the 6th realm, which made the Wumu body famous, but in fact the value is not necessarily higher than the 10-dimensional celestial body. The Extinction Realm Master cultivates the 10-dimensional celestial body, but the Extinction Realm Master only has the first 3 layers of inheritance of the dry-dimensional celestial body. But even if they have only cultivated to the 3rd level, the Master of the Realm of Extinction can easily escape into the 5th dimension to avoid the prying eyes of other 4th realms. However, this method cannot avoid some special 4th realms, and there is no way to avoid the 5th realm. The Lord of the Extinction Realm also said that it is very difficult to obtain the inheritance of the 10-dimensional celestial body. He also had 99% luck, and then successfully obtained the inheritance of the 10-dimensional celestial body. If he had bad luck, he would die directly. Therefore, the Lord of Extinction does not recommend Yi Tian to obtain the inheritance of the 10-dimensional celestial body. He can choose to obtain the inheritance of other innate multi-dimensional Tao bodies. But Yi Tian is more interested in the 10-dimensional celestial body, and his goal is it. Territory No. 4100, Fallen Valley. This is a place of wonders in the void of death, and the inheritance place of the 10-dimensional celestial body is here. The owner of the Extinction Realm was also lucky. He fell here while escaping for his life, and then entered the inheritance land of the 10-dimensional celestial body. Yi Tian entered Luofeng Valley, and a cold wind hit him, making even a 4th-level person like him shiver. Luofeng Valley is worthy of being the land of Jedi. If you enter the 4th realm, you will almost certainly die. Yi Tian said in surprise. As far as he knew, the wind here contained a multi-dimensional calamity wind. I don't know why, even though countless years have passed and the multi-dimensional catastrophe has passed, there are still wisps of tribulation winds here. Once you enter here, you must bear the damage of the tribulation winds. Fortunately, Yi Tian's physical body was strong enough, so he was able to fight this ray of calamity wind. This is just a wisp of tribulation wind. If it were a multi-dimensional catastrophe, the tribulation wind would be even more terrifying. No wonder without the protection of the 5th realm, only a handful of the 4th realm can survive. This was the first time that Yi Tian truly realized the horror of the multi-dimensional catastrophe. If there were such catastrophes in the world, he would not be able to protect the human race at all. Fortunately, there is still a long time before the next multidimensional catastrophe, enough for him to grow up. Subsequently, Yi Tian kept searching in Luofeng Valley, and finally found the location of the inheritance place mentioned by the Lord of Extinction Realm. Right here, Yi Tian looked at a black cave in front of him, and the dimensions inside the cave were revealed layer by layer, and the place of inheritance was clearly in the 5th dimension. According to the information from the leader of the Extinction Realm, this inheritance place in the 5th dimension is extremely dangerous. Just entering will have to face an even more terrifying tribulation wind. There are hundreds of millions of passages. The tribulation wind is unpredictable and cannot be deduced at all. Maybe now the safe route we took became dangerous the next second. The owner of the Extinction Realm does not dare to go a second time, otherwise he will definitely die. According to what the leader of the Extinction Realm said, he once sold the information here to several 4th realms, but those people all died here. As a result, he was hunted down by many 4th realms for a period of time. Yi Tian did not go in directly, but condensed a duplicate body here, and then broke into the void of the 5th dimension. Wow, Yi Tian just entered the 5th dimension here, and the next moment he faced the terrifying calamity wind. This was just entering, and what we encountered was just the most ordinary calamity wind. At this time, billions of tribulation wind passages appeared in front of him. Each passage seemed to be similar, with no difference. Choose any passage, Yi Tian decided. Wow, he shuttled into one of the wind-stealing passages. The next moment, the calamity wind in this calamity wind channel suddenly changed and seemed to become hundreds of times stronger. Boom! The terrifying calamity wind directly crushed Yi Tian's body and killed the duplicate body. This is indeed extremely dangerous. Yi Tian sighed. Immediately, he wanted to try to understand something from these billions of channels to see if there were any patterns, but after studying for a long time, he still couldn't see any of the 10 patterns. Why did that person in the fifth realm set up such a dangerous inheritance place? Yi Tian was extremely confused. He continued to comprehend, and gradually, he thought of a possibility. Chapter 3303, The Hand of Jia Feng, the complete 10-dimensional celestial body. Perhaps this calamity wind itself is an opportunity. Yi Tianming realized the truth. If his guess is correct, the calamity wind in this inheritance place is a test in itself. As for the owner of the extinction realm being able to enter the inheritance place through the safest channel, he is undoubtedly very lucky. This kind of luck is almost impossible to copy. The real way to pass should be to understand the calamity wind here and create a multi-dimensional secret skill, so as to pass through the passage here and enter the real place of inheritance. Therefore, Yi Tian tried to create his own multi-dimensional secret skill here by understanding Jia Feng. This process is bound to be extremely difficult and may even consume countless hours. In order to save time, he planned to use the cloned body to experience the power of Jia Feng again and again, and even tried to accommodate Jia Feng into his body. Although this will cause the body to be copied to perish, at least there will be great gains, which is many times better than silently meditating. In this way, Yi Tian's duplicate bodies kept trying, sacrificing each duplicate body, which also made him understand Jia Feng better and better, and his understanding of Jia Feng became deeper and deeper. 10 extra-dimensional eras. 100 extra-dimensional eras. 500 extra-dimensional epochs. 1,000 extra-dimensional epochs of time passed as soon as Yi Tian realized it here. During this period, his cultivation level improved slightly, his realm of super-dimensional rules also improved a bit, Wu Emu's body also successfully broke through to the second level of Dacheng realm, and Sanwu's secret method was raised to the second level of Dacheng limit. The overall strength is much stronger than before, but such strength is undoubtedly not enough to pass the fifth level of the 10-dimensional Heavenly Gate Tower, unless his Wumu body can break through again and reach the third level, so that he can pass the fifth level. Or let him cultivate into the third innate multi-dimensional Dao body and perfectly control the three innate multi-dimensional Dao bodies. At this time, Yi Tian is close to creating a multi-dimensional secret that can utilize the tribulation wind. Once created, he can pass through the tribulation wind and enter the true place of inheritance. This day, Yi Tian's eyes showed joy, because his four-dimensional multi-dimensional secret skill was finally created. Buzz. Special fluctuations appeared on his body. This fluctuation seemed to turn into a pair of invisible hands and directly separated the robbery wind, allowing him to continuously shuttle through the robbery wind. Even if he encountered an extremely terrifying calamity wind, he would still be able to get through it with confidence. This four-dimensional multi-dimensional secret art mainly uses the tribulation wind, and can even use the tribulation wind to attack. It is called the Hand of the Tribulation Wind. The truly terrifying thing about the Hand of Tribulation Wind is that even in places where there is no tribulation wind, it can condense wisps of tribulation wind to attack, and even travel around the world with the tribulation wind. After the creation of this four-dimensional multi-dimensional secret skill, it also gave him a boost in strength. Let's enter this heritage place first and take a look. Yi Tian used the hand of robbery and escaped into the inheritance place. Coming in, Yi Tian stood in front of an inheritance stone statue in the inheritance place. This stone statue was the owner of the inheritance place, the Lord of Tianwei Realm. The master of Tianwei Realm claimed to be invincible in the fifth realm, but unfortunately he still failed to break through to the sixth realm and died. Yi Tian touched the stone statue and sensed the existence of an inheritance. There is no test here. As long as you can enter here, you can obtain the inheritance of the 10-dimensional celestial body. Boom, countless information poured into his mind, allowing him to obtain the inheritance of one-dimensional celestial bodies. But soon, he was surprised. Although he currently cannot see the inheritance content after the second level of the 10-dimensional celestial body, he knows that he has obtained the complete inheritance of the 10-dimensional celestial body, an innate multi-dimensional body, and he has acquired a total of 5 levels of inheritance content. Could it be that the Lord of the Extinction Realm deceived me? What he obtained was not the 3rd level content, but the entire 5th level inheritance. You shouldn't be fooling me, there's no need. Yi Tian quickly came up with a guess, that is, the Lord of Extermination Realm sneaked in here, and did not create his own multi-dimensional secrets. Entering here head-on naturally does not count as truly passing the tribulation wind test, so he can only obtain the content of the first 3 levels. And he was the one who truly passed the tribulation wind test perfectly, and only then was he able to obtain all 5 levels of inheritance. It's time to go out. Yi Tian went out from here. After returning to territory No. 4500, Yi Tian finally understood the first level of the 10-dimensional celestial body. According to the introduction of the 10-dimensional celestial body, once you reach the first level of cultivation, you can escape into the second dimension, and the power of the one-dimensional ascending body is that it can deflect attack damage. For example, if an enemy attack falls on him, he can transfer 1/10 of the damage to the second dimension. Transferring 1/10 of the damage is nothing, but the critical moment is the key to victory or defeat. And this is only the first level of the 10-dimensional celestial body. What if you cultivate to the second or third level? Zero, please give me flowers. He remembered that the opponent's strength, the leader of the extinction realm, was probably very extraordinary. However, he has now also obtained the 10-dimensional celestial body inheritance and can also practice the 10-dimensional celestial body. Time passed slowly. Yi Tian spent many years and finally understood the first level of the 10-dimensional celestial body. However, if he wanted to practice the 10-dimensional celestial body, he still needed an item, which was an item from the 10th dimension. Only with a trace of 10th dimensional power can one cultivate into a 10-dimensional celestial body. If he were in territory number 5000, he would not be able to obtain such treasures, but here, there are many items from the 10th dimension. For example, the 10-dimensional treasure tree comes from the 10th dimension, as well as other treasures and so on. Then, 0. Yi Tian went to inquire about this type of treasure, and finally found out about it. He spent a lot of multi-dimensional treasure coins to buy a treasure from the 10th dimension, 10-dimensional gravel. This is a treasure from the 10th dimension. In a special area, it often enters the territory of number 4000 along with the storms of the 10th dimension. This is also the cheapest 10th dimensional treasure, containing a trace of the power of the 10th dimension. Yi Tian purchased a lot of 10-dimensional gravel, which should be enough for his own cultivation. Subsequently, he began to retreat and refine the 10-dimensional gravel to cultivate the 10-dimensional celestial body. Pieces of 10-dimensional gravel are suspended around the body, and wisps of the power of the 10th dimension turn into strands of silver light and sink into his body, tempering the body according to the power of the 10-dimensional celestial body. The whole process was perfect, without any paper leakage. Yi Tian continued to deduce and analyze, and the probability of success was almost 100%, and there would be no mistakes. Finally, after a long time, boom, after completing the 10-dimensional celestial body, Yi Tian's body began to transform and become stronger. Kashyapa's wisdom body, Wu Emu's body, Tian Wei's celestial body. The three innate multi-dimensional Tao bodies intersected with each other, as if they were about to be repelled, but with the help of the Sanwu secret method of the second level of Dacheng limit, they were forcibly suppressed and finally formed a perfect closure. It's done. The second level Dacheng limit Sanwu secret method can still suppress three innate multi-dimensional Tao bodies in a short period of time. But as these three innate multi-dimensional Tao bodies continue to improve, I am afraid that the third level of Sanwu will be needed. Secret method. Yi Tian murmured. Chapter 3304, the fifth day of combat power. Yi Tian did not obtain the third level of the Three Crows secret technique from the inheritance place of the Lord Wu Mu. After all, that inheritance place was just an ordinary inheritance place and did not have the third level of the Three Crows secret technique. There should be many inheritance places for the Lord of the Wu Mu realm, and other inheritance places may have the third level of the Three Crows secret technique. However, the Lord of Wu Mu realm is an existence of the sixth realm. This kind of inheritance place of the sixth realm is so precious. If anyone knows about it, they will definitely not want to leak it. It is not that Yi Tian has not inquired about the inheritance place of Lord Wu Mu, but there is no news. It is only rumored that Kashyapa Buddhism has an inheritance place of Lord Wu Mu, and several overlord-level forces also occupy the inheritance place. But it's just a rumor with no real basis. Even if it weren't for the rumors, it would be impossible for Yi Tian to break into Mayday, the inheritance place of these overlord-level super-dimensional forces. Fortunately, there are no problems in a short period of time. Let's investigate slowly first. He sent the replica body to inquire about the third-level Wu Mu secret method, but he did not let the real replica body investigate, but let other people's replica bodies investigate. Even if something happened, it would not be found on him. Really, it didn't take long to investigate, but his replica body was targeted. Apparently someone from the fourth realm was interested in his Sanwu secret method. If you want the third level of the Three Crows secret technique, you must have the first and second level of the Three Crows secret technique. For many strong people in the fourth realm and even Tianguan, once they obtain the Three Crows secret method, they can practice the second or even third innate multi-dimensional Taoist body. How can they not be excited? Moreover, he often encounters false news and traps. There is even an extremely powerful Tiongguan strongman who attacks and kills him. The Tiongguan strongman is much stronger than Yi Tian and will definitely arrange the third one. The strength of the 5th Heaven Pass may have reached the combat power of the 6th Heaven Pass. It seems that the allure of Sanwu's secret method is more precious than I imagined. Yi Tian secretly said. Fortunately, he attacked the White Bone Realm Master of the Qilin tribe. Only the Extermination Realm Master knew that he possessed 2 innate multi-dimensional Dao bodies. It was speculated that he possessed the 3 Crows secret technique, but he would not reveal this. Otherwise, he would be in trouble. It's still strength. If I were extremely powerful, those strong men in the 5th and 6th heavens would never dare to attack me. Yi Tian thought. In the following years, Yi Tian seldom inquired about the inheritance of the 3rd level of Sanwu's secret technique, and spent most of his time searching for resources. Even though he obtained half of the wealth of a treasure house of the Qilin clan. But he still needed more wealth. To this end, he broke into various forbidden areas and deserted areas to explore resources, sacrificing 1 copy of his body, but he also gained more and more resources, and his wealth became increasingly rich. In a flash, hundreds of super epochs of time passed by. This day, Yi Tian finally created another secret art of will in the 8th dimension. This 8th dimensional will secret art draws lessons from Jia Feng, aims to protect, and is an 8th dimensional will secret art that focuses on defense. In this way, even if he encounters the enemy's 8th dimensional will secret skill, he can rely on this 8th dimensional will secret skill to resist the attack and protect his soul and will. When this 8th dimensional will secret skill is exerted, it forms a pagoda to protect the soul's will, and the pagoda contains the power of the tribulation wind and is still an illusory tower of tribulation wind. For this reason, he named this secret art of will in the 8th dimension the Tower of Tribulation Wind. And not long after, he created a method of tempering the soul and will, the Jiafeng will method. The Tribulation Wind will method beats the soul will, and the Sword Light will method forges the soul will. After the combination of these 2 soul will tempering methods, it exerts an unexpected effect, which is 80% stronger than the previous effect. Now, Yi Tian's soul will is improving with better efficiency. Some time passed, and Yi Tian's 10-dimensional celestial body broke through to the 1st level Dacheng limit and was about to break through to the 2nd level. He prepared some 10-dimensional gravel and a lot of 4-dimensional multi-dimensional treasure gourd essence. With the help of these resources, he successfully raised the 10-dimensional celestial body to the 2nd level, and his physical body improved a bit. 10-dimensional Heaven Gate Tower. Yi Tian entered here again, and he wanted to try to break through the 5th level of the 10-dimensional gate tower. Rumble. Yi Tian's strength was in full bloom. After fighting with the gatekeeper at the 5th level for a while, he successfully defeated him with a slight advantage and suffered no damage to himself. Obviously, he is already a real 5th-day warrior. However, among the powerful men in the 5th Heaven Pass, his level of super-dimensional rules is estimated to be the lowest. There is no way, he has been practicing for too few years, has no backing, and has not obtained many treasures that can help improve the realm of extra-dimensional rules, so the realm of extra-dimensional rules cannot be improved quickly. However, he now has the combat power of the 4th level and the 5th level, so he is qualified to compete. There is no need to be too restrained. At the beginning, the Qilin tribe didn't even have a 4th level expert, so they occupied the 10-dimensional treasure tree. It's not too much for him to occupy other treasure places. And even if he only reveals 1 innate multi-dimensional Dao body, Kashapa wisdom body, it is enough to possess the combat power of the 4th Heaven Pass, and he does not have to worry about revealing the secret of having 3 innate multi-dimensional Dao bodies. Subsequently, he began to inquire about where there were treasures that could help him understand the rules of the extra-dimensional world. After some inquiry, he immediately had a target. The Ultimate Silver Mountain. This is the name of a force. In the last multi-dimensional catastrophe, this force was still extremely powerful. Unfortunately, in the last multi-dimensional catastrophe, only a few of the 4th realms of this force survived, and the top few. The 4 realms have fallen. Nowadays, after the development of time, Yinshenji has encountered many disasters. Now it is not strong. There is only 1/3 level 3.1 4th level and several 1st level 4th level. In terms of strength, it is not as good as the Qilin clan. There is a vein of Yinshen at the end of Yinshen. There is a special area inside this vein of Yinshen. If you practice and understand the super-dimensional rules there, the effect will be excellent. However, that place is filled with a strange force. It is said to be one of the sources of countless multi-dimensional catastrophes, causing mutations there. If you stay there, a mysterious force will wither the body of the fourth realm. Eventually fell and died. Therefore, people in the fourth realm do not dare to stay there for a long time, and after coming out, it will take countless time to repair the physical body. However, as a place to meditate on the super-dimensional rules, the effect there is indeed very good. If the super-dimensional rules do not exceed 5,000, it will be very good to meditate there. Chapter 3305 The Veins of the Silver Mountain, the realm of super-dimensional rules surges. Of course, even if you are sitting in such a good place, you will not dare to enter the super-dimensional realm of Silver Mountain frequently to meditate, otherwise it will be completely ruined. Only after a complete breakthrough is hopeless can one dare to enter into enlightenment for a period of time to enhance the realm of some extra-dimensional rules and thus improve one's strength. It is precisely because the treasure land of Silver Mountain has such big flaws that other forces did not capture it. That place of Tribulation Wind allowed me to understand the 8th dimension's special skill of will, the Tribulation Wind Tower and the Tribulation Wind Will method. The treasure place in the Silver Mountain veins can help me understand the superdimensional rules. Both of these places are related to the multidimensional rules. The catastrophe has something to do with it. At this moment, Yi Tian truly realized that there are many opportunities for multidimensional catastrophe. Even the place left by countless years has such benefits. When the real multidimensional catastrophe comes, there must be greater opportunities. No wonder many people in the fourth realm are counting on the multidimensional catastrophe to impact the fifth realm. Even if there is no multidimensional catastrophe, there are always ways to make the fourth realm break through to the fifth realm with 100% chance. It's just that only a handful of the fourth realm and forces know the detailed information about the multidimensional catastrophe. Other forces don't know and can't find out. Oh 5. Let's go to the top of Silver Mountain first. Yi Tian rushed over immediately. The ultimate Silver Mountain. Many extra-dimensional realms practice here. A large number of extra-dimensional realms have opened caves on the outside of the Silver Mountain vein, but no one from the extra-dimensional realm has set foot in the inner perimeter of the Silver Mountain vein. This day, Yi Tian came here and immediately activated the 10-dimensional celestial bodies to try to physically cross the third dimension and enter the veins of the Silver Mountain. However, the power of the Silver Mountain veins penetrates into the third dimension and even higher dimensions. Yi Tian couldn't make any progress in the third dimension, so he quit without mercy. It seems that the 10-dimensional celestial body is not omnipotent, and there are many places that cannot be entered through the shuttle dimension. Yi Tian thought to himself. So, he prepared to go in openly. Boom! The terrifying aura on Yi Tian's body burst out, alarming many fourth realms in the Silver Mountain. What do you mean, Your Excellency? Why do you want to go to the top of the mountain of money and silver? A series of angry voices came. Yi Tian said calmly. I want to enter the depths of the Silver Mountain to understand the rules of the super dimension, please let me go. Wantless, where do you think I am at the top of the Silver Mountain? A stalwart figure emerged, and it was the white-armored Realm Master with the third-level combat power of the Silver Mountain. Seeing the White Armor Realm Master coming, many people in the fourth realm breathed a sigh of relief. The White Armor Realm Master has survived from the last multidimensional catastrophe to the present fourth realm. He has terrifying strength. With the help of the Silver Mountain Extreme Formation, he is enough to withstand the average fourth heaven pass strongman. Yi Tian didn't say anything and took action directly. He did not display the 3 innate multi-dimensional Dao bodies, only the wisdom body of Kashapa, and the 4-dimensional multi-dimensional secrets of 8-dimensional tribulation light and gravel tribulation light. The 8th dimensional will secret skill was also displayed. Other aspects are also on full display, but it also shows the combat power of the 4th Tianguan. Boom! The gravel tribulation light bombarded the body of the white-armored realm lord, directly shattering layers of formations, and even cracked a quasi-innate multi-dimensional treasure armor on the opponent's body. Then, the Wumu sword light descended, killing the opponent's soul and will. Boom! The aura on the white armor realm master's body weakened instantly, and his whole body trembled. A lot of his soul and will were killed, and he was already seriously injured at this moment. The battle strength is off on the 4th day. He was shocked and scared. The key is that Yi Tian actually comprehended the 8th dimensional will secret art and the 4-dimensional multi-dimensional secret art. This is the most terrifying 4th day battle power. He is very clear that as long as Yi Tianshou improves his level in the realm of super-dimensional rules, let alone the 4th, 5th and 6th heavens, the combat power will not be a problem. Such a monster can't go to the 4th realm, so why did they choose this treasure land at the end of the Silver Mountain? This treasure land is not a good place. It will cause the body of the fourth realm to be eroded, making it impossible to completely recover, and there is even no hope of a third realm in the future. 5 realms. Could it be that this 4th level warrior gave up and became the 5th level? Or is there a way to repair the damage caused by this treasure? He didn't dare ask. At this moment, he could only quickly beg for mercy. Sir, please spare your life. We at Silver Mountain are willing to let you go deep into the veins of Silver Mountain to comprehend the superdimensional rules. He immediately opened all the formations and let Yi Tian in. The other 4th realms in the Silver Mountain also dare not stop him. Who dares to stop such a terrifying 4th level master? Is he looking for death? The formation opened, and Yi Tian went straight to the depths of the Silver Mountain. In the coming years, no extra-dimensional realm will be allowed to disturb me. Yi Tian spoke. Yes, the leader of the White Armor realm did not dare to disobey. After Yi Tian entered, many 4th realms in Silver Mountain gathered together and discussed. Bai Kai, do you really let this guy enter there to practice? Asked a 4th realm man. Is there any other way? Even if we have good friends with several forces, they don't dare to offend a strong man from the 4th heaven gate. Moreover, this guy has comprehended the secret art of will in the 8th dimension, as well as the secret art of multi-dimensional cultivation in the 4 realms. Because the super-dimensional rules are so low, what if the strength is hidden and the true strength is that of a strong person in the 5th heaven, then we have nothing to do. Forget it, let him go into practice. Anyway, there will be no loss to us 360 people. Right, these 4th realms discussed for a while and then dispersed, pretending that the incident had not happened. And they ordered other 4th realms not to enter the depths of the Silver Mountain for fear of offending Yi Tian. Deep in the veins of the Silver Mountain, Yi Tian came to a huge cave space. There is a strange and twisted force here. Once entering here, even Yi Tian's physical body feels very uncomfortable. The skin seems to be changing slowly, and the strands of skin seem to turn into strange black, and even conjoined. The origin of the inner extra-dimensional realm will also be distorted. Of course, this change is very slow and there will be no big problem in a short period of time. It's really weird. Even I was affected. No wonder those big forces look down on it. Yi Tian continued to delve deeper. He wanted to comprehend at the core, where the effect would be the best. This is it. Yi Tian found a suitable position and began to understand the superdimensional rules. Multi-dimensional wisdom light, soul vase, 13-level bloody lotus and other means are used to understand the superdimensional rules. Buzz. Countless inspirations suddenly appeared, and many super-dimensional rules appeared before our eyes. In this state, Yi Tian's super-dimensional rule realm was quickly promoted. Chapter 3306 The main battlefield of the multi-dimensional catastrophe. The ultimate Silver Mountain, the master of the White Armor realm and many other 4th realms are extremely confused. Bai Kai, why hasn't that person come out yet? A 4th level person asked with great confusion. It stands to reason that the erosion power of the cave deep in the Silver Mountain veins is so terrible that even the strong ones at the 4th heaven pass cannot hold on for long. But now dozens of extra-dimensional eras have passed, and the other party is still cultivating there. This is not a problem of being damaged and unable to break through, but a problem of falling in the original. After practicing for such a long time, there is a high probability that he will die. Even if he comes out now, his injuries will be almost impossible to heal. Is that person stupid? Will he perish? Another 4th realm asked. It should not fall. Maybe the other party has a way to resist that corrosive force, so it can last longer. The master of the White Armor realm guessed so. But as time passed, 500 extra-dimensional eras passed. Yi Tian is still practicing hard in seclusion there and has not come out yet. The leader of the White Armor realm didn't believe that Yi Tian was still alive, but he didn't dare to risk going in. But in fact, Yi Tian did die several times, but he condensed and copied the body again and again, so that he could continue to practice enlightenment there. 3,000 realms of super-dimensional rules. Yi Tian was extremely excited at the moment. Although the improvement of efficiency is much slower now, as long as we continue to comprehend thousands of extra-dimensional era years, we can definitely improve the realm of extra-dimensional rules to the realm of 5,000 ways. But after 5,000 paths, if he wants to continue to improve, it will be much slower. He needs better treasures to quickly improve to the realm of super-dimensional rules. Just like that, a super-dimensional era has passed. At this time, Yi Tian's realm of super-dimensional rules has reached 3,500. There has also been great progress in other aspects, such as the 10-dimensional celestial body, which has now reached the 2nd level of Dacheng state. As for the body of Wu Mu, with the help of massive resources such as the multi-dimensional essence of the four realms, it has reached the second level of Dacheng limit. But Yi Tian didn't dare to raise him to the third level, because once he was raised to the third level, the Sanwu secret method of the second level of Dacheng limit might not be enough. Even if he could continue to suppress and repel him, he would not be able to explode. All the strength. If his strength cannot explode at full strength, then what is the point of him breaking through this realm? Where can I find the third level of the Three Crows secret technique? Yi Tian was quite distressed. It is not that he has never thought about creating his own, but his realm is still too low and his knowledge is too shallow to create the third level of the Three Crows secret technique. If it were so easy to create one's own, there would already be countless fourth and even fifth realms that would create one's own. Hey, this guy from the realm of extermination is back. Territory No. 4500. Yi Tian met the Lord of Extinction in a city, and his aura became stronger now. Master of the Extinction Realm, congratulations on your training in the second innate multi-dimensional Taoist body. Yi Tian congratulated. Thanks to the guidance of Lord Yi Tian, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to pass the test, said the Lord of Extinction. After talking with the Master of the Realm of Annihilation, Yi Tian knew that the Master of the Realm of Annihilation was not the body of Wu Mu who had practiced, but another innate multi-dimensional Tao body, the body of Silver Sand. Moreover, the Extinction Realm Master also mastered the first level of the Three Crows secret technique, but did not obtain the second level. Master of the Extinction Realm, do you know where the third level of the Three Crows secret technique is? Yi Tian tried to ask, but he didn't have any expectations. I really know this, said the Lord of Extinction Realm. Although I was not born in the last multi-dimensional catastrophe, I know a lot of information, and I also know a lot about the strength of the fourth realm. After a little research, I know that many in the fourth realm have cultivated the three innate multi-dimensional Taoist bodies. Those forces definitely have the third level inheritance of the Three Crows secret technique. Nowadays, it is certain that the forces possessing the third level inheritance of the Three Crows secret method include Dakian Yumun, Kashapa Buddha sect, Supreme Qing sect, Longjia clan, Blood Lake clan and other overlord-level super-dimensional forces. Yi Tian smiled bitterly and said, these are overlord-level super-dimensional forces. It is almost impossible to obtain the third layer of the Three Crows secret technique from them. It is indeed impossible. The third level of the Three Crows secret technique is too important. Once obtained, it is enough to cultivate the three top innate multi-dimensional Taoist bodies to the limit of the third level without any problems. You can even barely one of the innate multi-dimensional Tao bodies has cultivated to the fourth level. Such a fourth level is undoubtedly too powerful, the Master of the Realm of Annihilation said with envy. Just when Yi Tian was disappointed, the Lord of the Extinction Realm said again, however, I also know a way to obtain the third level inheritance of the Three Crows secret technique. The probability is still quite high. Any solution? Yi Tian was full of expectations. The main battlefield of the multi-dimensional catastrophe, the Sky Spider battlefield. Said the Lord of Extinction Realm, that battlefield was one of the main battlefields of the last multi-dimensional catastrophe. Too many shields fell there. According to reports, as far as I know, several people from the fourth realm who possess the inheritance of the third level of the Three Crows secret technique have fallen there, and their bones have not yet been found. If they are found, it might be possible to find the third level of the Three Crows secret technique from their bones. Inheritance. The Sky Spider battlefield must be very dangerous, otherwise we would all go looking for it. Yi Tian guessed. It is indeed very dangerous. There are terrible tribulation winds, as well as the power of tribulation thunder and tribulation fire. You must know that the power of each multi-dimensional catastrophe is different. The last one was tribulation wind, the last one was tribulation thunder, and the last one was tribulation thunder. The last one was the tribulation fire. How many multi-dimensional catastrophe battles had broken out on that battlefield, and there was an unknown amount of multi-dimensional catastrophe power. Now even if the strong men from the fourth heaven pass or even the fifth heaven pass enter, they will not be able to survive. There is a high risk of death. In addition, you don't dare to enter the fifth realm. If you dare to enter the fifth realm, it is said that it will cause a terrible disaster. Even during the multi-dimensional catastrophe, the fifth realm only dares to protect the creatures under Mo, and never dares to take the initiative. Understand the catastrophe, otherwise the fifth realm may fall. Every multi-dimensional catastrophe, there will be a fifth realm that falls, but they can't help but be tempted to join the war. It is precisely because the Sky Spider battlefield is extremely dangerous, and it will take an unknown amount of time to find how Nuo Jiao those fallen fourth realms. Where can the fourth realms enter? But if they really go in, and keep searching, and as long as you don't perish, you will definitely find it. The leader of the extinction realm has the idea of going in at this moment. He has the strength of the fourth heaven pass. If he practices for a while, he will definitely have the combat power of the fifth heaven pass. By then, with his trump cards and methods, there is a chance of survival. Anyway, he is not as strong as the sixth heaven pass. The life-saving ability is core. Master of the extinction realm, thank you for reminding me. This is the inheritance of the second level of the Three Crows secret technique. I'll give it to you. Yi Tian passed on the second level of the Sanwu secret technique to the Lord of Extermination. The Master of the Extinction Realm was overjoyed and quickly thanked. Thank you very much, Master Yi Tian. If you need help with anything in the future, just ask me. Then, Yi Tian asked in detail about the information about the Sky Spider battlefield, and the Master of the Extinction Realm told them everything without omitting a single bit, which gave Yi Tian a deep understanding of the Sky Spider battlefield. Chapter 3307 Multi-Dimensional Mirror. The Sky Spider battlefield is not in an ordinary dimension, but in the fifth dimension of territory No. 4000. Normal fourth realms cannot enter the Sky Spider battlefield. However, those Overlord-level forces still have some access to the Sky Spider battlefield. This day, Yi Tian came to territory number 4000, and then came to the ordinary dimension area corresponding to the Sky Spider battlefield, and then used the 10-dimensional celestial body to prepare to directly break into the Sky Spider battlefield in the fifth dimension. But this is not an ordinary area, and the fifth dimension is not so easy to enter. Yi Tian's 10-dimensional celestial body is currently at the second level of Dacheng state. It is no problem to freely cross the fourth dimension with the body, but it is also possible to tear apart the barriers of the fifth dimension, but there is no way to stay in the fifth dimension for long. You probably have to get out as soon as you enter, otherwise it will be easy to get lost in the fifth dimension. But he only needs to enter the Sky Spider battlefield, so there is no need to worry. Boom! Yi Tian's 10-dimensional celestial body broke through the layers of dimensions, and soon the fifth dimension opened. Wow! Yi Tian physically crossed over, easily perceived a huge battlefield area, and then escaped into it. Boom! As soon as Yi Tian just came in, he fell into a calamity fire area in 093. The terrifying calamity fire continued to burn his body, and every protective object on his body was burned away. Even his physical body felt pain under this burning. He used the ultra-dimensional rule field compression to protect himself, and coupled with the activation of 3 innate multi-dimensional Dao bodies, he was able to withstand the burning of the tribulation fire. This is a calamity fire. It's too scary, Yi Tian murmured. Even if it is an extra-dimensional world, under such a calamity fire, it only takes one wisp to burn it to the ground. Afterwards, he kept shuttling and leaving such a tribulation fire area, but encountered the tribulation wind again. The wind wanders everywhere, therefore, this Sky Spider battlefield is filled with tribulation winds. However, the tribulation wind in most areas only contains a little bit of the power of the tribulation wind, and its power is not terrible, far less than the tribulation fire just now. In addition, Yi Tian has the hand of Jia Feng and is not afraid of Jia Feng. Afterwards, he searched for the bones of those fourth realms in the heavenly spider battlefield. Along the way, he saw too many battlefield marks and too many fourth realm corpses. These corpses had been eroded by the tribulation wind and had long since turned into piles of white bones, which were of little value. Even if they were absorbed by the multi-dimensional treasure bottle, they would not be able to condense the multi-dimensional essence. Moreover, for countless years, a few people from the fourth realm still came in to explore, so many good things were still taken away. However, Yi Tian still found a lot of treasures. But the Sky Spider battlefield is extremely dangerous, and it's not just the danger of robbing the wind and fueling the fire. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. A terrifying aura locked onto Yi Tian. It was a red spider, exuding the aura of calamity fire. It's the fire tribulation spider. Yi Tian was slightly solemn. The reason why the Sky Spider battlefield is called the Sky Spider battlefield is because there is a terrible tribulation creature here, the tribulation spider. The tribulation spider is a creature born in response to the multi-dimensional catastrophe, and can absorb the power of the multi-dimensional tribulation to grow. However, if the multi-dimensional catastrophe is not born, this creature will have no potential to grow. Moreover, these creatures have no intelligence and are killing machines. The fire tribulation spider is born from the tribulation fire. The strength of the fire tribulation spider in front of you is probably between the 4th and 5th days. It should not be underestimated. Yi Tian doesn't know if this robbery spider is the same. If there are other robbery spiders around, it will be a bit troublesome. War. Yi Tian and the fire tribulation spider instantly started fighting. The fire tribulation spider doesn't have any exquisite moves, let alone any multi-dimensional magic, but the opponent controls the calamity fire to attack, which is comparable to the damage of the multi-dimensional magic. Boom. The tribulation fire controlled by the fire tribulation spider is condensed to the extreme, and its attack power is very terrifying. Yi Tian's multi-dimensional vansh special skill attack fell on him, only cracking the opponent's body, but he recovered quickly. Yi Tian possesses the innate multi-dimensional secret skill, Wu Mu Realm, which can continuously provide his own power and can display the multi-dimensional skills of the four realms unlimited times without fear of exhaustion of power. So, he frantically attacked the fire tribulation spider. Gradually, the fire tribulation spider became seriously injured. Again, after Yi Tian heard it, he immediately used the Wu Mu Sword Light, the secret skill of the 8th dimension of will. Boom! The Wu Mu Sword Light penetrated into its body, directly shattering part of its soul and will, causing it to scream miserably. Sure enough, the secret skill of the 8th dimension of will can severely damage it. Continue. Yi Tian Yi's secret skill of 8-dimensional will, after using it 7 times, he finally mastered it. The body of the fire tribulation spider should have some value, so Yi Tian put it away. Then, he left here quickly. The sky spider battlefield is very large, and there are quite a few tribulation spiders here, some of which are even comparable to those at the 6th heaven pass or even the 7th heaven pass. However, those spiders that are comparable to the 6th heaven pass or even the 7th heaven pass may be sleeping and healing. Without the support of the power of the multi-dimensional catastrophe, these tribulation spiders cannot improve their strength. Some of their injuries have damaged their foundations. Naturally, they dare not run around and can only slowly recover through deep sleep. Therefore, as long as Yi Tian is careful, there is still hope of surviving even if he only has one life. If the threat is really enough to cause the 6th and 7th heavens to fall, who would dare to come in? Time passed slowly, and dozens of super-dimensional eras passed in a flash. During this period, Yi Tian died 3 times, reassembled 3 duplicate bodies, and brought out many resources, including quasi-innate multi-dimensional treasures, which also caused his net worth to skyrocket. What excited Yi Tian was that he obtained a quasi-innate multi-dimensional treasure, a multi-dimensional mirror. This quasi-innate multi-dimensional treasure can deduce and analyze the super-dimensional rules, but it needs to be activated by the origin of the super-dimensional world in the body, but its usefulness far exceeds that of the 13th-level Bloody Lotus. Therefore, Yi Tian gave up the 13th-level Blood Lotus and used it exclusively to improve the super-dimensional rules in the future. With this multi-dimensional mirror, Yi Tian's super-dimensional rules progressed faster. 500 extra-dimensional epochs have passed. Another copy of Yi Tian's body comprehended the superdimensional rules in the Silver Mountain vein and made great progress. This time, he finally upgraded the superdimensional rules to 5,000. Without the quasi-innate multi-dimensional treasure, the multi-dimensional mirror, he would not be able to achieve such rapid efficiency. However, after the realm of super-dimensional rules is raised to 5,000 ways, the efficiency of enlightenment and cultivation here will be very low. But it was still more efficient than comprehending in the outside world, so he still did not leave and continued to comprehend the superdimensional rules here. This day, Yi Tian made another huge gain in the Sky Spider battlefield. Chapter 3308 3 Tribulations Innate Multidimensional Treasure. That is the real innate multidimensional treasure. Yi Tian couldn't believe that there was a real innate multidimensional treasure here. Not far ahead, a wooden sword was suspended there, wrapped in a large amount of calamity fire, and there were a large number of calamity thunders on it, which were constantly bombarding the wooden sword. Although Yi Tian does not have a truly complete innate multidimensional treasure, he can be sure that this wooden sword is a complete innate multidimensional treasure. Strange, why is there an innate multidimensional treasure here? Yi Tian was very surprised. You must know that almost all innate multidimensional treasures are in the hands of those in the 5th realm. The 4th realm only has some quasi-innate multidimensional treasures, or incomplete innate multidimensional treasures. The value of a true innate multidimensional treasure is hundreds or even 1,000 times that of a quasi-innate multidimensional treasure. It can even be said that no matter how many quasi-innate multidimensional treasures there are, they cannot be exchanged for a true innate multidimensional treasure. An innate multidimensional treasure is enough for countless 4th realms to fight for it, and even the 5th realm will take action. It is impossible to give birth to an innate multi-dimensional treasure of the wood type in the calamity fire. This is unreasonable. Could it be that there is a super-dimensional realm that placed it here? Otherwise the explanation does not make sense. Yi Tian wanted to take away this innate multi-dimensional treasure, but found that the tribulation fire here was abnormal, and the tribulation thunder was too terrifying. A copy of Yi Tian's body forced its way over, was directly burned by the calamity fire and severely injured, and then was directly killed by a calamity thunder. But he also gained some insights from it and learned some things. It's definitely made by the fifth realm. Yi Tian is sure. Because there are traces of the formation here, but the strong men who set up the formation were too terrifying. They used special means to use the tribulation fire and thunder here as the foundation of the formation, just like an innate multi-dimensional formation. If it were an ordinary fourth realm, you wouldn't be able to see anything at all. Even if you could see the formation, you would only think it was an innately formed multi-dimensional formation. But Yi Tian could see that there were traces of strong men taking action here. Obviously, that person in the fifth realm used calamity fire to temper this innate multi-dimensional treasure and then use it to help defeat it. As for why he did this, Yi Tian was not very clear. Perhaps the Lord of Extinction Realm knows. Yi Tian was going to ask the owner of the Extinction Realm. Territory No. 4500. Yi Tian and the Lord of Extinction reunited again. At this time, the aura of the Lord of Extinction is even stronger, and it is estimated that he will soon have the fifth level of combat power. Thanks to the assistance of the second innate multi-dimensional Taoist body, otherwise he would not be able to improve so quickly. Master Yi Tian, why are you looking for me this time? The Lord of Extinction asked. Master of the Extinction Realm, I discovered an innate multi-dimensional treasure. Yi Tian said. Oh, the Lord of Extinction Realm was surprised. Yi Tian did not say what kind of innate multi-dimensional treasure it was. He only said that innate multi-dimensional treasure was burned by the calamity fire and beaten by the calamity thunder. With the means arranged by the fifth realm, what is going on? When the leader of the Extinction Realm heard this, he was immediately shocked. Master Yi Tian, could it be that you went to the Sky Spider battlefield and saw this scene at the Sky Spider battlefield? The Extinction Realm Master asked in shock. Yes, Yi Tian nodded. That was created by someone in the fifth realm who wanted to advance the innate multi-dimensional treasure. Explained the leader of the realm of annihilation. Let's advance the innate multi-dimensional treasure. Yi Tian was surprised. Yes, the leader of the Extinction Realm continued. Once the innate multi-dimensional treasure is conceived, it is difficult to continue to advance, but those in the fifth realm have developed a way, which is to use the power of the multi-dimensional catastrophe, and finally it was discovered that by using the power of the multi-dimensional tribulation to temper the innate multi-dimensional treasure, as long as you find the right way, you can advance the innate multi-dimensional treasure. And the innate multi-dimensional treasure that has only been advanced once is called the innate multi-dimensional treasure of one tribulation, which represents the transformation of the innate multi-dimensional treasure. A great calamity has passed. I don't know how many calamities the innate multi-dimensional treasure you saw was from, but it is definitely the arrangement of a powerful fifth-level person. I see. Yi Tian understood. The leader of the realm of annihilation added, don't touch that arrangement, otherwise you will definitely die. With the means of the fifth realm arrangement, you can definitely make the fourth realm of the sixth heaven pass or even the seventh heaven pass fall, unless you have the third realm. Only with the combat power of the eighth heaven pass can we hope to take away the innate multi-dimensional treasure. But the only one with the combat power of the eighth heaven pass who is still alive now, and because of this, those in the fifth realm are not afraid of someone destroying their arrangement. People in the fifth realm can't enter the Sky Spider battlefield now, so the arrangement should have been made during the last multi-dimensional catastrophe, right? Yi Tian guessed. Zero, please give me flowers. Well, it should be accurate to say that they arranged it when the multi-dimensional tribulation was about to end, so there would be no risk. After 9 multi-dimensional small tribulations, such a long time, as long as the arrangement is not destroyed, there is a high probability that the innate will be able to the multi-dimensional treasure survives another calamity. There are more innate multi-dimensional treasures for 1 calamity and 2 calamities, but innate multi-dimensional treasures for more than 3 calamities are very rare. Sometimes, even after many multi-dimensional calamities, it is still difficult to advance. The Master of the Realm of Extinction. Yi Tian chatted with the leader of the Extinction Realm for a long time and learned more about the innate multi-dimensional treasure. At the same time, he is also very clear that no matter how he arranges for the fifth realm, there is nothing they can do. Because the multi-dimensional catastrophe has not yet come, they cannot enter the waste spider battlefield. An unguarded innate multi-dimensional treasure, even though it was very dangerous, Yi Tian still didn't want to give up. I don't believe that we can take away the innate multi-dimensional treasure here. Yi Tian's replica body sat cross-legged in front of the fifth realm's decoration, silently observing the wooden sword. Through careful observation, he observed the lines on the knife. The three-knife calamity pattern, according to the master of the extermination realm, is the innate multi-dimensional treasure of the three calamities. Yi Tian took a deep breath. This was much more powerful than ordinary innate multi-dimensional treasures. He was definitely a super-dimensional powerhouse at the peak of the fifth realm. He was probably the top one in the entire number 4000 realm. He is not afraid of offending the fifth realm. Even ordinary sixth realms cannot deduce traces of him. What is he afraid of? You definitely can't do it forcefully. The power of tribulation fire and tribulation thunder is too terrifying. I wonder if we can create a multi-dimensional secret that can compete with tribulation fire and thunder. He has created his own hand of tribulation wind, which can use the power of tribulation wind and thus not be harmed by ordinary tribulation wind. Naturally, he also hopes to create similar multi-dimensional magic. In that case, he can take away this innate multi-dimensional treasure of the three tribulations. This is probably the only way, just do it like this. Yi Tian began to work hard to create his own four-dimensional multi-dimensional skills in tribulation fire and tribulation thunder. To this end, he used duplicate bodies to feel the power of the two great tribulations. Gradually, his understanding became deeper and deeper. Chapter 3309 Sky Wooden Blade. Before you know it, 1,000 extra-dimensional eras have passed. During this period, no one from the fourth realm has been here. After all, there are very few people in the fourth realm who enter the Sky Spider battlefield, not to mention that the Sky Spider battlefield is very large. Other fourth realms don't dare to run around casually, and the possibility of Yi Tian being discovered is very low. About there, Yi Tian smiled. After 1,000 extra-dimensional epochs, he finally created two four-dimensional multi-dimensional secrets. One of the four-dimensional multi-dimensional secret arts is the Seal of Tribulation Fire, and the other four-realm multi-dimensional secret skill is the Blade of Tribulation Thunder. After creating these two four-dimensional multi-dimensional skills, Yi Tian no longer hesitated and immediately approached the wooden sword. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. The power of the calamity fire broke out and swept across Yi Tian. Yi Tianli used the Seal of Tribulation Fire, and a seal appeared around him, forming a fire seal that directly blocked the power area of the Tribulation Fire. 867, immediately afterwards, the power of thunder struck. Yi Tian immediately used the Thunder Tribulation Blade, and a thunder knife appeared, slashing at the falling Tribulation Thunder, directly drawing away the power of the Tribulation Thunder. In this way, Yi Tian passed through many obstacles and came to the vicinity of the wooden knife. Wake it up for me. Yi Tian grabbed the wooden knife with one hand, and terrifying fire and thunder erupted. But Yi Tian relied on two four-dimensional multi-dimensional skills to fight his way out. However, he was still severely injured, his body was almost scrapped, and the extra-dimensional boundary in his body had been shattered. It can be said that this replica body is useless, but he also successfully brought out the three evil innate multi-dimensional treasure wooden sword. Go quickly. Yi Tian first sealed the three tribulation innate multi-dimensional treasure with the Great Realm Armor technique before escaping. Immediately, he left the Sky Spider battlefield as quickly as possible. If not, it would be bad if the fifth realm reacted and sent a large number of fourth realms to search or keep an eye on every fourth realm that entered the Sky Spider battlefield. So, it's better to leave first. Soon, Yi Tian left the Sky Spider battlefield and left the number 4000 territory as quickly as possible. I have to say that Yi Tian's decision was correct. Territory No. 4000, the headquarters of the Supreme Qing sect. In a palace, Realm Master Luo Qing, a master of the extra-dimensional realm who is at the peak of the fifth realm, opened his eyes. He found that his arrangement on the Sky Spider battlefield had been destroyed, and now he could no longer sense the three-dimensional innate multi-dimensional treasure. Who is it? Realm Master Luo Qing was extremely angry. As a being at the pinnacle of the fifth realm, his status is so high. Although he is not the most powerful fifth realm, except for those fifth realms who have practiced hard in seclusion for many multi-dimensional tribulations and rarely come out of the world, he is top-notch. But now, there are people in the extra-dimensional realm who dare to destroy his arrangement. That is my three Kalpa innate multi-dimensional treasure. If hundreds of millions of extra-dimensional eras pass, it will definitely be upgraded to a 4-kalpa innate multi-dimensional treasure. Realm Master Luo Qing was angry and heartbroken at the same time. If there is a 4-tribulation innate multi-dimensional treasure, his combat power will definitely increase greatly. The key is that the 4 tribulations innate multi-dimensional treasure is not simple. It can not only increase the combat power, but also has special effects, which are unparalleled by other multi-dimensional treasures. Immediately, he sent a large number of 4th realms to blockade the territories corresponding to the Sky Spider battlefield, and even sent 4th realms with 5th and 6th Tiangwan combat strength into the Sky Spider battlefield to look for clues. Certainly, Realm Master Luo Qing also deduced the other party's traces, but could not deduce anything. Damn it, there must be other plans in the 5th realm behind it. Who did it? He has many enemies, and anyone could be one of them. The actions of the Realm Master Luo Qing attracted the attention of many forces, but they did not know who took away the 3 tribulations innate multi-dimensional treasure of the Realm Master Luo Qing. And it stands to reason that the 4th realm should not be able to take away the innate multi-dimensional treasure of the 3 tribulations. How did the other party do it? Territory No. 4500. Yi Tian came back, and he breathed a sigh of relief. Certainly, what he did was not without some flaws. The Lord of Extinction should be able to guess it, but the Lord of Extinction probably wouldn't tell it, and it would be of no benefit to the Lord of Extinction. In addition, the Lord of Extinction has no evidence either. After, Yi Tian sent another copy of the body to take away the 3 tribulations innate multi-dimensional treasure and bring it back to the territory of No. 5000. This way, he would be further away from the Luo Qing Realm Master and the chance of being discovered would be even lower. Several years passed, and the matter gradually lost the attention of the forces. The master of Luo Qing also knew that he could not recapture the 3 tribulation innate multi-dimensional treasure, so he summoned those in the 4th realm and stopped pursuing it. However, Realm Master Luo Qing still issued a mission. If anyone finds the 3 tribulations innate multi-dimensional treasure or provides information, he will give a large reward. Facts have proved that the owner of the Extinction Realm did not betray himself. After all, the leader of the Realm of Annihilation is not stupid. If he leaks it and there is no evidence, the leader of the Realm of Luo Qing may not really pay the leader of the Realm of Annihilation, and he may even kill him. After all, in the opinion of Lord Luo Qing, the Lord of Extinction might be one of the planners, otherwise why would he know the truth? In the following days, Yi Tian tried his best to erase the mark of Luo Qing Realm Master in the wooden sword, which took more time. However, he was still studying the wooden knife while erasing the mark. Celestial Wooden Blade. This is the name of this innate multi-dimensional treasure, and Yi Tian actually sensed the power of Tribulation Fire and Tribulation Thunder from it. These 2 powers were integrated with the help of the power of the Sky Wooden Blade. However, he could not use this Sky Wood Blade without completely erasing the mark of Luo Qing's Realm Master. Unknowingly, more than 600 extra-dimensional eras have passed. This day, Yi Tian finally obliterated the mark of Realm Master Luo Qing, turning the Kangchong wooden knife into a useless thing. After that, he began to refine this Sky Wood Blade. After some time passed, he successfully mastered the Sky Wood Blade and finally understood the effect of the Sky Wood Blade. Transform the power of the multi-dimensional catastrophe and make these 3.3 forces gentle. Yi Tian was shocked. This ability seems ordinary, but in fact it is terrifying. This means that he can easily study the power of multidimensional catastrophes and create extremely powerful multidimensional secrets. The most important thing is that Yi Tian can use the Kangchong wooden blade to transform the power of Tribulation Fire and Tribulation Thunder to temper the soul's will. During these years, he has also been exploring how to elevate the soul's will to the 9th dimension, but ordinary tempering methods are almost impossible to achieve. But he also learned that the fastest way is to use the power of the multidimensional catastrophe to temper the soul's will, but ordinary 4th realm people simply dare not do this, otherwise the soul's will be crushed by the power of the multidimensional catastrophe. Even Yi Tian's self-created Jia Feng will method only uses a ray of Jia Feng's power, and the effect is not good. Chapter 3310 Breakthrough, the Soul Will of the 9th Dimension. With the help of the Sky Wooden Blade, I can temper my soul's will faster. Yi Tian thought excitedly. Immediately, he was ready to give it a try. However, he has to find a place with the power of multidimensional catastrophe. At this time, he thought of the Luofeng Valley with the Tribulation Wind. The power of the Tribulation Wind there was pretty good. So, he took Kangchong Dachu to Jia Customs. Now, the Kangchong wooden blade completely belongs to him, and he doesn't have to worry about being noticed by Luo Qing Realm Master when he takes it out. Whoosh, Yi Tian kept traveling and soon arrived at Luofeng Valley. Entering Luofeng Valley again, Yi Tian found a place where the power of the robbery wind was the most powerful, and then activated the sky wooden blade to transform the power of the robbery wind. The power of the calamity wind was transformed, and wisps of the calamity wind were absorbed by the Kangchong wooden blade, and then integrated into the soul's will under Yi Tian's control, tempering the soul's will. Pain. His soul and will were in extremely severe pain, and he subconsciously let Yi Tian control Jia Feng's power input. Later, he adjusted the power of the robbery wind and controlled it within the range that he could bear. Sure enough, you can directly use the power of Jia Feng for tempering. Yi Tian was extremely excited. This kind of tempering effect is about 100 times faster than before. It is estimated that it will not be long before he can raise the will of the 8th dimension to the limit. In this way, more than 500 extra-dimensional epochs of time passed. The soul's will has been raised to the limit of the 8th dimension, and there is only one step away from the 9th dimension. But Yi Tian knew very well that this step was still very far away. It was definitely not easy to upgrade the soul's will to the 9th dimension. The power of the robbery wind is no longer effective, so it must be replaced by the power of a multi-dimensional disaster. It is said that using the power of multiple multi-dimensional disasters to temper the soul's will make it easier to break the shackles of the underworld. And the soul needs to be more tenacious, and the power of Jia Feng is not enough. It also needs to absorb the power of other multi-dimensional tribulations. Soon, Yi Tian left Luofeng Valley and came to another place with the power of multi-dimensional catastrophe. On this side of the territory of more than 4,000 numbers, there is no place where the multi-dimensional great help is left. For example, in the Mountain of Fire, the power of the Tribulation Fire remains here. In fact, the best place for training is the Sky Spider battlefield, but he currently does not dare to go there anymore and plans to wait for some more years before entering the Sky Spider battlefield. After all, he has not yet found the third layer of inheritance of the Three Crows secret technique in the Sky Spider battlefield. That is his purpose. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. The power of the calamity fire swept over, and Yi Tian took the opportunity to activate the sky wooden blade to absorb the power of the calamity fire, and adjusted the power of the calamity fire for tempering. This time tempering is still very painful, but the effect is much better than Jia Feng. After all, he has been tempering with the tribulation wind for a long time and has developed resistance. Now that he is tempering with the tribulation fire for the first time, the effect will naturally be very good. In this way, Yi Tian's soul will has been tempered by the calamity fire, making the soul tougher and the soul will stronger and stronger, but it is still at the limit of the 8th dimension. In terms of total quantity, his soul will has not increased, but its quality has improved, allowing the soul will to continue to be compressed and condensed, becoming more tenacious. If this efficiency continues, he will indeed hit the 9th dimension. In this way, more than 600 extra-dimensional epochs of time passed. At this time, Yi Tian felt that the effect of the tribulation fire was not working well, so he looked for a location containing the power of the tribulation thunder. This day, Yi Tian came to Po Leiyuan, where the power of Jia Lei still existed, and it was also a famous restricted area. After he came to Po Leiyuan, he found a suitable training place. Here he used the power of tribulation thunder to temper his soul's will. This time, the pain is far greater than before, because the calamity thunder has a greater tempering effect on the soul, and seems to be more suitable for tempering the soul, but the pain is also greater. Rumble. Jia Lei continued to temper, and his soul and will seem to be undergoing some kind of transformation, but he was still one step away. So, he continued to temper, and only stopped after more than 500 extra-dimensional epochs. We are about to break through, but relying on the power of the tribulation thunder is probably not possible. We have to find a multi-dimensional tribulation power. Yi Tian is ready to find the power of Jia Guang. The power of multi-dimensional tribulations is multi-dimensional tribulation thunder, tribulation wind, tribulation fire, and tribulation light is relatively rare, but before the 9 multi-dimensional tribulations, tribulation light appeared as the power of multi-dimensional tribulation. After Yi Tian's inquiring, he learned that in an area of territory number 4233, there is a place in the 3rd dimension that contains the power of robbery. It is a small fragment of the battlefield and has nothing good. All have been explored, leaving only the power of Jia Guang. As a result, Yi Tian rushed there immediately. Then, he tore apart the multi-dimensional barrier and escaped into the 3rd dimension, leaving me in small pieces. Here, he really saw the power of Jigong. This calamity light is white light, but it contains terrible erosion. However, with the help of the sky wooden blade, he successfully absorbed the power of the calamity light and converted it into a gentler calamity light to temper his soul and will. Time passed slowly, and Yi Tian had already sensed that the bottleneck of his soul and will was gradually broken open by the power of robbery. More than 300 extra-dimensional era years have passed. This day, boom, Yi Tian's soul and will finally completed its transformation, transforming from the 8th dimension to the 9th dimension. In this transformation, the soul's will has improved crazily, both in terms of quality and quantity, far exceeding before. It took a long time for this transformation to be completed. Later, Yi Tian used the 1000 dimensions technique to test and found that his soul will indeed entered the 9th dimension. Very good, the soul's will has reached the 9th dimension. If I can create the 9th dimension's secret art of will, then my combat power can definitely reach the 6th heaven pass combat power. Yi Tian murmured. Subsequently, he tried his best to create his own secret art of 9th dimensional will. He planned to combine several multi-dimensional catastrophe powers with the will of the soul of the 9th dimension to create a suitable secret art of 9th dimensional will. At the same time, he finally sent another replica body into the Sky Spider battlefield to find the inheritance of the 3rd level of the 300 secret techniques. In this way, one extra-dimensional epoch after another passed. Yi Tian sacrificed his cloned bodies one after another, explored a large area of the Sky Spider battlefield, and finally found a skeleton from the 4th extra-dimensional realm in one place. According to his detection, this 4th realm person is one of the targets he is looking for. It is a pity that this 4th level person does not have the 3rd level inheritance of Sanwu's secret technique. Helpless, he only sells looking. Hundreds of extra-dimensional epochs passed, and he once again found one of the targets, the bones of the 4th realm. This time, he was very lucky. Chapter 3311 Passing the 6th level. These are the bones of the Lord of the Bitter River. Yi Tian stared at the bones of the Lord of Kuhei realm. After being eroded by the tribulation wind for countless years, only the bones were left, and many of the treasures on his body had also dissipated, but some items were still left behind. Among these treasures, Yi Tian found the inheritance of the Sanwu secret technique and the inheritance of several other innate multi-dimensional Taoist bodies. I'm very lucky, I finally found the 3rd level inheritance of the Sanwu secret technique. Then I can continue to practice the Sanwu secret technique and improve the 3 innate multi-dimensional Taoist bodies. Yi Tian put away these treasures and inheritance, and then left quickly. Afterwards, he left the Sky Spider battlefield and took these things away. Return to territory No. 4500. Yi Tian began to practice the 3rd level inheritance of Sanwu's secret technique, but he did not reveal it to the Lord of Extermination realm. He had already cultivated the 2nd level of the 3 Crows secret technique to the limit of Dachang. Now he spent some time to understand the content of the 3rd level of the Sanwu secret technique and started practicing. He easily reached the 3rd level of the 3 Crows secret technique. The realm of first entry. Now, Yi Tian found that he could easily control the power of Kashapa's wisdom body, Wu Emu's body, and the 10-dimensional celestial body. My body of Wu Mu has been cultivated to the limit of the 2nd level of Dachang. Now I can try to attack the 3rd level. Immediately, he began to attack the 3rd level of the Black Mother body. With the help of many resources, Yi Tian began to attack the 3rd level of the Black Mother's body. Boom! After impact, the bottleneck of Wu Emu's body was still extremely powerful, but after Yi Tian tried many times, he finally broke the bottleneck. Shin also consumed his Tai district's resources. Certainly, Yi Tian felt that the reason why his Wu Mu body could be broken so easily was because his soul and will had reached the 9th dimension. Otherwise, no matter how much resources he spent, it would not be easy to break the bottleneck. Soon after, Yi Tian's Kashapa wisdom body broke through to the 3rd level of Shaochang. In this way, Yi Tian's strength also skyrocketed. Very good, my current strength should reach the 6th day of combat power of Jinping. Yi Tian estimated. So on this day, Yi Tian went to try to pass the 6th level of the 10-dimensional Sky Gate Tower, but almost passed it. This shows that he is very close to the 6th Tiangguan combat power. In the days that followed, Yi Tian's main training content was to improve his cultivation, understand the rules of extra-dimensionality, and create the 9th dimensional will skills. Once he creates the 9th dimensional will skills, his strength will definitely immediately reach the 6th heaven level. And they all belong to the powerful category among the 6th heaven pass combat power. However, it is extremely difficult to create the 9th dimensional will secret skill. Even if he has understood the secret art of will in the 8th dimension, it is definitely 10 times or even 100 times more difficult to create the secret art of will in the 9th dimension. Time flies. 3,000 extra-dimensional epochs have passed. This day, Yi Tian's 10-dimensional celestial body finally reached the 3rd level, which consumed countless resources, but it was still worth it. In addition, Yi Tian also practiced the Sanwu secret technique to the 3rd level of Shaochang. Moreover, Yi Tian also raised his cultivation level to the late stage of the 4th realm. If he were in territory number 5000, he would not be able to improve his cultivation level so quickly, but in territory number 4000, there is a treasure of multi-dimensional calamity liquid, which is added by the people of the 5th realm using the power of multi-dimensional calamity. It is extracted from some of the above resources and is most suitable for improving the cultivation level of the 4th realm, which is better than the multi-cultivation essence of the 4th realm. Yi Tian has been buying this kind of multi-dimensional calamity liquid, so that he can quickly improve his cultivation to the late stage of the 4th realm, but it will still take a long time to reach the peak of the 4th realm. And after such a long time, he finally created the 9th dimensional will secret skill. Yi Tian's ability to create the secret skill of the 9th dimensional will has a lot to do with the firmament wooden blade. He uses the firmament wooden blade to transform the power of various multidimensional catastrophes, and uses the 9th dimensional will to control the power of these multidimensional tribulations, thereby studying create attack methods that can fully utilize the soul will of the 9th dimension. After countless studies, he finally figured it out. The 3 powers of tribulation wind, tribulation fire, and tribulation thunder were fused by Yi Tian in a clever way, forming a terrifying blade light, which was simulated and erupted by the soul's will. He had tested it and found that this move directly crossed the 9th dimension and severely damaged another copy of his body from a long distance away. As a result, Yi Tian named this 9th dimensional will secret art the Sky Tribulation Blade. After mastering the 9th dimensional will skill of the Sky Tribulation Blade, in the 4th realm, if the soul's will has not reached the 9th dimension, he can easily kill him, and he can kill him instantly with just a thought. This is the terrifying secret of the 9th dimension's will. This day, Yi Tian enters the 10-dimensional Heaven Gate Tower again, and he wants to break through the 6th Heaven Gate. The 6th level, Yi Tian came here, and a gatekeeper appeared. I saw tens of thousands of extra-dimensional rules emerging from this gatekeeper, and a series of 4-dimensional multi-dimensional secrets broke out, and even a secret skill of the 8th dimension of will broke out. However, the opponent's secret skill of will was easily blocked by Yi Tian's Tribulation Wind Tower. Immediately afterwards, Yi Tian went all out, breaking through the opponent's defense with the Gravel Tribulation Light, and then annihilated the opponent's soul will with one blow of the 9th dimensional will skill, the Sky Tribulation Blade. In this way, Yi Tian passed the 6th level so easily. Later, he went to break through the 7th day, but he gave in instantly. The challenger at the 7th level was too terrifying. He had understood at least 20,000 extra-dimensional rules, and he had also mastered the 9th dimensional will skills. He had also mastered 3 innate multi-dimensional Taoist bodies, crushing Yi Tian in all aspects. This is just the gatekeeper at the 7th level. You can imagine how terrifying the gatekeeper at the 8th level and the gatekeeper at the 9th level are. Subsequently, he left with the imprint of the 10-dimensional heavenly knife, and continued to observe the supreme art of the 10-dimensional heavenly knife after returning. Yi Tian still cannot imagine the level of that knife, but every time he feels it, Jiao Mo Jiao, there is a huge gain. Now that he has passed the 6th level, the time to gain enlightenment has naturally been extended a lot. 100 extra-dimensional epochs, this is the time he can comprehend now. Therefore, he has been meditating on the 10-dimensional heavenly sword here. It would be great if I could create a supreme secret, even if it is the supreme secret of the 3 realms, it is possible. Yi Tian murmured. However, if you want to understand the supreme secret skill, it is like trying to perfectly combine the soul will secret skill with the multi-dimensional secret skill. However, Yi Tian has been unable to understand the mystery from the beginning to the end. This is the bottleneck. If he cannot break this bottleneck, it's hard to create. In the blink of an eye, 100 extra-dimensional epochs of time passed, and the mark of the 10-dimensional heavenly sword dissipated. And he still didn't gain much. He can only look forward to passing the 7th and 8th levels in the future, and then getting more time to comprehend, and try again. Chapter 3312 The Corpse of a Multi-Dimensional Life Form in the 6th Realm. 6,000 Super-Dimensional Rules. Yi Tian's duplicate body deep in the veins of the Silver Mountain is still practicing here, but the progress in the realm of super-dimensional rules has been extremely slow, and there is no bonus effect for him here. He knew it was time to leave. So on this day, he came out directly from the depths of the Silver Mountain. The master of the White Armor realm at the top of the Silver Mountain and many other Fourth Realm people were dumbfounded when they sensed that Yi Tian had come out. How is this possible? How many years have passed? How can he still be alive? Bai Kai felt incredible, but he didn't dare to speak. After all, Yi Tian's strength far surpassed him. How could he dare to question Yi Tian? They didn't discuss it until Yi Tian left. Is it possible that there is no longer that weird corrosive force deep in the veins of the Silver Mountain? A Fourth Realm member asked suspiciously. Would you like to go take a look? Another Fourth Realm suggested. Immediately, several people from the Fourth Realm were ready to go over and take a look. However, they came out quickly. That weird power is still there. At this time, they were even more curious about how Yi Tian survived until now, but they did not dare to explore, otherwise it would easily lead to disaster. With 6,000 super-dimensional rules, it will probably be difficult to continue to raise 733 liters of super-dimensional rules next. Yi Tianxin thought. However, he also heard one thing, that is, during the multi-dimensional small tribulation, it is easier to comprehend the super-dimensional rules, and during the multi-dimensional tribulation, it is easier to improve the super-dimensional rules. Many of the Fourth Realm's extra-dimensional rule realms were rapidly improved during the multi-dimensional minor tribulations or multi-dimensional major tribulations. It is extremely difficult to improve at ordinary times, and it is even difficult to make progress. However, there are still hundreds of millions of extra-dimensional epochs left before the next multi-dimensional catastrophe begins, and he cannot wait until then. At this time, he thought of the Lord of Extinction. The Extinction Realm Master has not survived a multi-dimensional catastrophe. In fact, his cultivation years are only billions of extra-dimensional eras, but his level of extra-dimensional rules is not low, and he is a casual cultivator and has not been cultivated by any force. Perhaps, the Lord of Extinction Realm knows some treasure places that can assist in understanding the rules of extra dimensions. Perhaps we can trade with the Lord of Extermination. Yi Tian decided secretly. So, on this day, Yi Tian contacted the Lord of Extinction Realm and only mentioned the third level of Sanwu's secret technique. Not long after, the Lord of Extinction arrived. At this time, Yi Tian discovered that the aura of the Lord of Extermination was even more powerful. He definitely had the combat power of the 5th alphabet level, but it was only the combat power of Song who had just entered the 5th level. Master Yi Tian, have you obtained the 3rd level of the Three Crows secret technique? The Lord of Extinction took a deep breath. He is very aware of the value of the 3rd level of the Sanwu secret technique. Except for the Overlord level super-dimensional forces, any top power wants to rob it. That's right. Yi Tian nodded. I want to know whether your superdimensional rules were slowly understood over a long period of time, or whether they were realized with the help of certain treasures or treasure places. The leader of the Extinction Realm paused for a moment, and he finally knew what Yi Tian's purpose was. It is clear that he wants to use the inheritance of the chairman of the secret method of the master's brother in exchange for the opportunity to understand the rules of the super dimension. So, he said, Master Yi Tian, I have indeed entered a certain treasure land to understand the super-dimensional rules. Only then can I upgrade the super-dimensional rules to the realm of just over 10,000 ways. If you add the 3rd level of Sanwu's secret technique, trade it with me and I will tell you the location of that treasure land. No problem, Yi Tian agreed, and they made an oath. Later, Yi Tian gave the 3rd level of the Sanwu secret technique to the Lord of the Extinction Realm, and the Lord of the Extermination Realm also gave Yi Tian an address and related information. This place is the place where a multi-dimensional life fell, said the Lord of Extinction Realm. Multi-dimensional life is a special life, an existence that transcends extra-dimensional life, and it is extremely rare. I have only seen such a fallen person. Multi-dimensional life. And according to my calculation, this multi-dimensional life should be a multi-dimensional life in the 6th realm. The fallen multi-dimensional life of the 6th realm. Yi Tian was surprised that such an important place was discovered by the leader of the Extinction Realm. If such a place is traded, the Extinction Realm Lord can definitely obtain a large amount of resources from the Overlord level extra-dimensional forces, but he may also be silenced by the Overlord level extra-dimensional forces. This was also the reason why he didn't dare to speak out. The Lord of Extinction Realm reminded again, Master Yi Tian, although the multi-dimensional life in the 6th realm has fallen, its pressure is so terrifying that even I can't get close to it. It is estimated that only the beings in the 5th realm can really touch it. It has more than 36,000 scales on its body, and each scale contains special lines. Understanding it will help you understand the rules of the super dimension. However, you cannot understand it for too long, otherwise it will be easily assimilated by it. Assimilation. Yi Tian frowned slightly. What does this mean? The Lord of the Extinction Realm explained. When I meditated before, if I meditated for a long time, my body would be affected by the breath of multidimensional life. Even the soul will be affected, and the blood in my body would gradually be transformed. If I meditate, I have been enlightened for too long. If I am immersed in it, I will lose myself and completely become a blood descendant of the sixth realm of extra-dimensional beings. As far as I know, there are dozens of assimilated extra-dimensional creatures there, and they have all been assimilated. Obviously they cannot withstand the temptation. Of course, they will not attack you, they will only guard in front of the corpse of the multidimensional life in the sixth realm. Silent meditation will not affect it, but if you get close, you will definitely be attacked. I see. 7. Immediately, he said goodbye and went to the place mentioned by the leader of the realm of extermination, while the master of the realm of extermination went back to retreat to practice the inheritance of the third level of the Three Crows secret method. After a period of time, Yi Tian came to territory number 4799, where the place the Lord of Extermination mentioned was here. Soon, he came to a seemingly ordinary dead void area, broke through the third dimension here, and then escaped into it. In an area of the third dimension, a huge fragment floats there. After Yi Tian entered, he saw an unimaginably huge multidimensional life corpse. The volume of this multidimensional life corpse is roughly equivalent to 10 extra-dimensional realms, and there are dozens of extra-dimensional creatures at the peak of the fourth realm entrenched around it. Their aura is exactly the same as that of this sixth realm multidimensional life, and he didn't seem to have much intelligence and stayed there motionless. This is assimilation. It's really scary, Yi Tian secretly said. Immediately, he found a suitable position to comprehend the scales on the multidimensional life of the sixth realm, but he also always reminded himself that he must not be assimilated. He was worried that the power of the multidimensional life in the sixth realm would penetrate and affect other cloned bodies, and that would be the end of it. Buzz. A mysterious force came under the influence, trying to spread to other copies of his body. At this moment, Yi Tian used all his strength to activate the Great Realm Armor technique, which blocked the power from the sixth realm. Sure enough, clones are useless. Even if you copy the body, you can't avoid being eroded. Fortunately, I have practiced the Great Realm Armor to the 5th level, which is the highest level. It can block the deduction and tracking of the power of the 6th level. Otherwise, you cannot meditate for too long, otherwise your entire body will be assimilated. Yi Tianxin thought. Chapter 3313 35,600 Superdimensional Rules. Fortunately, it is a 6th level multidimensional life. If it were a 7th level or some extremely evil 6th level multidimensional life, maybe my Great Realm Armor technique would be useless. Yi Tian thought deeply. Copying the body is not omnipotent, and if you encounter any danger, it will affect your entire body. Therefore, you still have to be more careful in the future. Now, Yi Tian sat cross-legged, comprehended the scales on the multidimensional life of the 6th realm, and reflected on the mystery of the extra-dimensional rules on them. Multidimensional wisdom light, turn on. Multidimensional treasure mirror, deduction. With the double blessing, Yi Tian's understanding of the rules of super dimensions becomes deeper and deeper. The effect of enlightenment is so fast, no wonder that a mere casual cultivator in the realm of extinction, without any force as a backer, can upgrade the super-dimensional rules to the realm of 10,000 ways. However, Yi Tian also knows very well that the Lord of Extinction does not have the multi-dimensional wisdom light. Even if he has mastered the wisdom body of Kashapa, he will never dare to use the multi-dimensional wisdom light, and the other party will not dare to use a treasure like the multi-dimensional walking treasure mirror. However, Yi Tianyu, so he can elevate the super-dimensional rules to a higher level, and can even comprehend them again and again without fear of sacrificing the cloned body. As time goes by, Yi Tian's realm of extra-dimensional rules continues to improve, but his duplicate body is also becoming more and more assimilated, but it is still within the tolerance range. 7,000 super-dimensional rules. 8,000 super-dimensional rules. 9,000 super-dimensional rules. After 3,000 extra-dimensional eras, Yi Tian finally understood the super-dimensional rules to the realm of 10,000, and he can continue to understand them, and the effect is still very good. As a result, he continued to comprehend and didn't care about assimilation at all. He would only give up this replica body unless it reached a point where he couldn't bear the assimilation. If the master of the extinction realm knew that Yi Tian had been enlightened here for so long, he would definitely be extremely surprised. You must know that the original Extinction Realm Master entered here many times. Each time he assimilated to a certain level, he would leave here, and then find ways to ease the assimilation and repair his body. Only in this way can you enter here again and meditate for a long time. But it is difficult to completely solve the assimilation problem. Even now, the Lord of Extinction has spent countless treasures, and there are still many assimilation problems, and he dare not enter here again, otherwise it will be completely impossible to reverse the assimilation. In the blink of an eye, thousands of extra-dimensional eras have passed. At this time, Yi Tian's replica body has serious problems. The aura on his body is becoming more and more like that sixth realm multi-dimensional life, and even his will is about to be assimilated. I can't hold on any longer, so let's let this replica body commit suicide. Yi Tian's thoughts caused the replica body to disintegrate and be destroyed. After such a long period of enlightenment, his realm of super-dimensional rules has reached more than 14,000. Subsequently, Yi Tian's second clone body came here again and continued to understand the rules of super dimensions. It is natural that he would continue to comprehend this precious land where super-dimensional rules could be improved so quickly. Yi Tian was very glad that he exchanged the third-level inheritance of Sanwu's secret technique for the information of this treasure land, otherwise there would be no such opportunity to quickly improve the super-dimensional rules. Time passes. Each copy of Yi Tian's body was scrapped, and he entered here again and again to comprehend the scales of multi-dimensional life in the sixth realm, and the realm of super-dimensional rules continued to skyrocket. Unknowingly, an extremely long time has passed. 30,000 extra-dimensional eras later. Yi Tian has already raised the realm of super-dimensional rules to the level of 30,000, and has also made great progress in other aspects. The Three Crows secret technique has been cultivated to the third level of Dacheng realm, the wisdom body of Kashapa has also been cultivated to the third level of Dacheng realm, and the body of Wumu and the 10-dimensional celestial body have been cultivated to the third level of Shaocheng realm. The will of the soul has slightly improved in the 9th dimension, and he has created another secret art of will in the 9th dimension, the Sky Tribulation Tower, which is a defensive 9th dimensional will. It can be said that with Yi Tian's current strength, he almost has the 7th level combat power. However, he did not go to the 7th level of the 10-dimensional Heavenly Gate Tower. Because so far, only 2 people have passed the 7th level of the 10-dimensional Heavenly Gate Tower. There may be some in the 4th realm who have hidden their strength and have not gone through the 10-dimensional Heavenly Gate Tower. But the number of people who have actually passed through the 7th level of the 10-dimensional Sky Gate Tower in the 4th realm will not exceed 10. Yi Tian had broken through the 6th level of the 10-dimensional Heavenly Gate Tower before, which had caused some waves, but those in the 4th realm did not know him, and only thought he was a certain ancient 4th realm who had only appeared recently. 0 Please give me flowers. But if he breaks through the 7th level of the 10-dimensional Heavenly Gate Tower, it will be incredible. It will definitely cause a sensation in the entire territory of the 4,000th territory, and even attract the attention of the 5th realm. Before his strength improved to a certain level, he decided to keep a low profile. If you have the combat power of the 9th level of the 10-dimensional Sky Gate Tower, you may be able to be a little more high profile. Because according to the relevant information of the 10-dimensional Tiangwan Tower, the combat power of the 8th Tiangwan is not weaker than that of the general 5th realm. If it has the combat power of the 9th Tiangwan, it will be considered very good in the 5th realm. There is no problem with the ability to save lives. The realm of super-dimensional rules has been upgraded to 30,000 realms. The scales of the 6 realms of multi-dimensional life are of little help to me. Yi Tian murmured, although he can continue to comprehend, even if he comprehends 100,000 extra-dimensional eras, he can at most upgrade the extra-dimensional rules to the realm of 35,000 extra-dimensional rules. After all, this 6th-level multi-dimensional life scale is only helpful for him to understand the rules of extra-dimensionality. Its real use is not this, it is just a side effect, and it cannot be expected to be very effective. Therefore, if Yi Tian wants to elevate the realm of super-dimensional rules to a higher level in the future, he must find ways to obtain other great opportunities. In the days that followed, Yi Tian focused on improving his cultivation, cultivating the 3 innate multi-dimensional Dao bodies, and tempering his soul and will. He also tried to create his own supreme secret, but it was too difficult, and he didn't know how many years it would take before he could hope to create his own supreme secret. Time flies. Another 100,000 extra-dimensional eras have passed. In such a long period of time, the human race has changed a lot. Many 4th-level extra-dimensional realms have been born, and even more 3rd-level extra-dimensional realms have been born. Moreover, the human race has become the most terrifying overlord force in the 5000 territory. But Yi Tian still didn't let the humans enter the territory of No. 4000. He didn't even gain a firm foothold here. It was definitely not a good thing to let the humans come over. After such a long period of hard training, he has upgraded the super-dimensional rules to more than 35,600. And on this day, Kashyapa's wisdom body has been promoted to the 3rd level of Dacheng limit. This is also the limit of Kashyapa's wisdom body, an innate multi-dimensional body. There is no way to continue to improve. Chapter 3314 Seizing the Blood of Multi-Dimensional Life in the 6th Realm. The Kashyapa wisdom body is just an ordinary innate multi-dimensional Taoist body, with a total of 3 levels. Now I have cultivated to the limit of the 3rd level of Dacheng. This is already its limit. Yi Tian thought secretly. However, his Wumu body and the 10-dimensional celestial body have a total of 5 levels, so he can continue to practice. However, it is almost impossible to cultivate the body of Wumu and the 10-dimensional body to the 4th level. Only after the cultivation level reaches the 5th level, can there be any hope of cultivating the body of Wumu and the 10-dimensional body. The 10-dimensional celestial body has been promoted to the 4th level. In the years that followed, Yi Tian successively cultivated the Black Mother body and the 10-dimensional celestial body to the 3rd level of Dacheng, which also brought his strength to an extremely terrifying level. 40,000 super-dimensional rules have reached the realm. Yi Tian felt that his progress was getting slower and slower. The scales of the 6th level multi-dimensional life form were of little help to 400. If he continued to comprehend, he was afraid that he would have to comprehend another 100 million super-dimensional eras. It is also difficult to upgrade to the realm of 50,000 super-dimensional rules. Just leave. Yi Tian was a little unwilling. He looked at the multi-dimensional life form of the 6th realm, and then at the assimilated extra-dimensional creatures, and had an idea in his mind. Perhaps, he can try to steal something from this 6th realm multi-dimensional life form. Just meditating on some lines can yield such a harvest. Wouldn't it be an even bigger gain if we take something from a multi-dimensional life form in the 6th realm? Fight, Yi Tian secretly said. Wow, he went all out, condensed the realm of 40,000 extra-dimensional rules into a Dacheng-level ultra-dimensional rule field, compressed it to the extreme to protect himself, and then activated a series of multi-dimensional secrets to kill directly. Boom, the assimilated extra-dimensional creatures moved one by one to stop Yi Tian. After these extra-dimensional creatures were assimilated, they have been baptized by the breath of multi-dimensional life in the 6th realm. They are tempered by the breath day and night. Their physical bodies are so terrifying. At this time, their strength is definitely not weaker than the strong ones at the 5th Heaven Pass, and the best among them are even comparable to the 6th Heaven Pass, and there is even one that can rival the 7th Heaven Pass. But Yi Tian is no longer afraid of them. Kill, Gravel Tribulation Light, Tribulation Thunder Blade, and other 4-dimensional multi-dimensional secrets exploded. Puff puff, the 4th level extra-dimensional creatures were killed one by one. Whether it was the 5th level or 6th level extra-dimensional creatures, they were far from his opponents and were easily killed. Soon, the extra-dimensional creature comparable to the 7th Heaven Pass took action and started fighting with Yi Tian. But Yi Tian's strength is no longer comparable to that of the past. His current strength is almost invincible at the 7th Heaven Pass, and is very close to the combat power of the 8th Heaven Pass. This extra-dimensional creature does not know the secret art of will, or even the 4-dimensional multi-dimensional secret skill. It is just that its physical body is strong enough to make up for everything. The secret skill of will in the 9th dimension, Sky Tribulation Blade, kill me. A terrifying will turned into a sky-breaking blade and slashed at the extra-dimensional creature. But the opponent's defense was too terrifying. No matter how Yi Tian attacked, it was difficult to break through the defense. Even a 9th dimensional willpower skill like the Sky Tribulation Blade could only cause a little damage. As time flows, Yi Tian had already killed all the other extra-dimensional creatures, leaving only this extra-dimensional creature. The opponent's strength was not Yi Tian's opponent, but his defense was too terrifying, making it difficult for Yi Tian to kill him. In desperation, Yi Tian could only forcefully suppress the other party so that the other party could not resist. Then, another copy of his body came over and ran directly to the 6th realm multi-dimensional life, touching the 6th realm multi-dimensional life. The impact of assimilation here is greater, but Yi Tian can still hold on for a while. Yi Tian tried to take something from the 6th level multi-dimensional life, but the body of the 6th level multi-dimensional life was too tough. He was like a piece of tofu touching steel. and he felt that a terrifying force was awakening. Once it broke out, his replica body would inevitably be annihilated. There was no time, he had to take something away, otherwise the question would be in vain. Finally, he discovered that there was a wound on the body of this 6th-level multidimensional being. This wound should be the reason for the death of this 6th-level multidimensional being. And there is a ball of blood at the wound, which can also be said to be a drop of blood. Take it. Yi Tian flew over and used all his strength to grab the ball of blood. Just when he took away this mass of blood, an invisible force swept across. Boom! The smaller half of his body was directly annihilated. Gotta go quickly. Yi Tian escaped quickly, but the mysterious power had already awakened. In an instant, a thunderous sound resounded through the void. Yi Tian's Kashapa wisdom body, Wumu body and 10-dimensional celestial body all exploded to the extreme, and the other copy body defended with all its strength. However, the invisible force came and directly caused the replica body to shatter. However, fortunately, at the last moment, he used the power of dry-dimensional celestial bodies to travel through dimensions and leave. Yi Tian, with only one head left, came out of the 5th dimension, carrying the mass of blood with him. Subsequently, another replica body came to respond and took away the blood. As for the replica body with only one head left, it was naturally disbanded. That mysterious power is so terrifying. I guess I only elicited a trace of it, but unexpectedly it killed 2 of my cloned bodies. If I continue to want to get more good things, no matter how many cloned bodies I have, they will be killed. Yi Tian guessed that the 6th realm multidimensional life had arranged some means before death to prevent others from disturbing him. In any case, he has obtained this ball of blood, which is already worth it. Go back. Yi Tian returned to territory number 4500, and then began to study this mass of blood. He silently comprehended the power in this mass of blood, and soon saw a complete super-dimensional world, 3.4 or the super-dimensional rule world. It's too mysterious, too profound, and contains infinite power. Suddenly, he actually sensed a ray of sword light from the depths of this mass of blood. This ray of sword light seemed to kill everything. Even Yi Tian's soul and will seem to be destroyed by it when it touched it. A tiny sword light struck directly at Yi Tian's soul and will. At the critical moment, Yi Tian used the 9th dimensional will skill, the Sky Tribulation Tower. When the sword light struck the Kangchong Tribulation Tower, making the Kangchong Tribulation Tower tremble slightly, but it did not smash the Kangchong Tribulation Tower. After all, this is just a tiny ray of sword light, and it is just the remaining sword light in the blood. It may only have 1/1000th of the power of the real sword light, so it is naturally impossible to kill him. Chapter 3315 The Multidimensional Catastrophe of Death. I didn't expect that studying a ball of blood would be life-threatening. Yi Tian smiled, not panicking, but more excited. If it were just the ordinary blood of the multidimensional life in the 6th realm, it would not be of high value. However, this blood contains the power to kill the multidimensional life in the 6th realm, which is of sufficient research value. He could tell that the ray of sword light should be the remaining power of a 6th-level supreme secret skill, which was even more terrifying than the 10-dimensional heavenly sword. The key is that this ray of sword light has existed for countless years. Even though it contains very little power, which is far inferior to the power of the 10-dimensional heavenly sword displayed by the 10-dimensional heavenly gate tower, it is worse than that it can be maintained forever and will help Yi Tian even more. Perhaps I can use this ray of sword light to create a unique skill in the 4 realms that suits me. Yi Tian was very excited when he thought of this. He is very clear about how much the 4-dimensional multi-dimensional secrets can help his strength. The requirement of the 10th heaven gate of the 10-dimensional heavenly gate tower is to create the 4-dimensional multi-dimensional secrets by himself. Of course, it is not enough to create the 4-dimensional multi-dimensional magic by yourself. You must also upgrade the super-dimensional rule realm 05 to the level of 100,000. Only then can you hope to pass the 10th level of the 10-dimensional heavenly gate tower. Yi Tian's current strength is very close to that of the 8th heaven pass. If he creates a supreme secret skill in the 4 realms, his combat power will definitely be comparable to that of the 9th heaven pass, and will not be weaker than ordinary 5th realm existences. It must be difficult to create the ultimate secret of the 4 realms by yourself, but now I at least see hope. Yi Tian said excitedly. In the following years, he spent most of his time studying the sword light in this mass of blood, trying to create the supreme secret of the 4 realms. Territory No. 4000. The 10th dimension. Multidimensional temple. The projections of the 5th realm gather here. The multidimensional temple is a relic left by a sixth realm before countless multidimensional catastrophes. Since it cannot be taken away and there are no treasures, it was later used as a temporary meeting place by these fifth realms. If there is any big event, these fifth realms will gather here to chat, and it is very hidden. Even the sixth realm cannot detect the content of their talks. This time, the people who presided over the meeting were the existences of the fifth realm of the major overlord-level extra-dimensional forces, but they were all practitioners, excluding the extra-dimensional creatures Shifang. At the meeting, the fifth realm people discussed the next multidimensional catastrophe. There are only a few 100 million super-dimensional epochs before the arrival of the multi-dimensional minor tribulation, and the end of the multi-dimensional minor tribulation will be the multi-dimensional major tribulation, which is almost continuous, and hundreds of millions of super-dimensional epochs are not far away for them in the fifth realm. And there were some changes in the multi-dimensional catastrophe this time, so they gathered here one by one to discuss. At the meeting, the palace master of the 10-dimensional heavenly palace, an extremely ancient fifth realm, the master of Junhai realm, said, "Everyone, after the deduction of many fifth realms of our 10-dimensional heavenly palace, we can confirm that this a multi-dimensional catastrophe should be the most terrifying multi-dimensional catastrophe of death." "Are you sure it's the multi-dimensional catastrophe of death?" Another fifth-level person frowned. "The multi-dimensional catastrophe of death has not appeared hundreds of times. When he achieved the fifth level, he has not yet encountered the multi-dimensional catastrophe of death. He only knows that the multi-dimensional catastrophe of death is very terrifying. Because of the interdimensional catastrophe that occurred hundreds of times before, the multidimensional catastrophe of death came, and all living things under the fifth realm were almost wiped out. 60% of the fifth realm fell, and only a handful of fifth realms were alive or even perished. A statue of the sixth realm. Certainly. The multi-dimensional catastrophe of death is also a great opportunity. Someone in the fifth realm took the opportunity to break through to the sixth realm, and then after the multi-dimensional catastrophe of death, they left the realm of 4,000 and entered the realm of more than 3,000. And if you can't break through to the sixth realm, you have no way to leave and can only stay stuck here. At this time, when they heard about the multi-dimensional catastrophe of death, they all panicked. Damn it, why is it the multi-dimensional catastrophe of death? It only took me less than one multi-dimensional catastrophe to break through to the fifth realm. The person who spoke was the fifth realm who broke through the last multi-dimensional catastrophe. Now he is cultivating, because it is still the early stage of the fifth realm. The main reason is that there are no resources in territory number 4000 to help people in the fifth realm improve their cultivation. They can only rely on slow cultivation or wait for the arrival of the multi-dimensional catastrophe. Before breaking through to the fifth realm, this person had the combat power of the seventh heaven pass. With good luck, he broke through to the fifth realm. His current strength is estimated to be the average combat power of the ninth heaven pass. With such strength, it would be very dangerous if faced with the multi-dimensional catastrophe of death. There are also many fifth-level people with sad faces. They may have hope to survive, but who has no relatives? How can they protect their relatives when the multi-dimensional catastrophe of death comes? By then, their relatives will probably perish. At this time, a person from the fourth realm asked, "Can we send those ordinary extra-dimensional realms to the number 6000 and number 7000 realms? Will it be safer there?" "It's useless," Junhai Realm Master said. "I am one of the fifth realms who survived that multi-dimensional catastrophe of death. From the territory of number 4000 to the territory of more than 7000, all are in danger of death. Among them, those weaker extra-dimensional territories were destroyed in the early stages, and all the extra-dimensional territories were covered by the multi-dimensional catastrophe of death. No one can escape. How can we avoid the multi-dimensional catastrophe of death?" Each person in the fourth realm asks for advice. The master of Junhai realm was silent for a moment, and then said, "You can still hide in the early stage of the multi-dimensional catastrophe of death, but the power of death will be very strong. 467 will swallow up the extra-dimensional realms one by one, causing the creatures under the fifth realm to perish. But in the later stage, there is no use in hiding. Then one by one dead multi-dimensional life will appear. Those multi-dimensional lives are all death type and will devour all living beings. They will also attack those of us in the fifth realm. The most terrifying thing is the multi-dimensional life in the sixth realm. Life, the last multi-dimensional catastrophe of death, a sixth-level multi-dimensional life appeared. Fortunately, several sixth-level people came over from more than 3,000 people. Maybe they came for resources, but at least they were able to resist the other side. Death is a multi-dimensional life. Otherwise, all the fifth realms on our side will probably fall. Doesn't it mean that there is a high probability that a sixth-level multi-dimensional life will appear this time? If the sixth level does not appear, and we do not have a sixth level born here, wouldn't it mean that it will be completely destroyed? A fourth-level person said, he said in panic. That's true, Junhai Realm Master said helplessly. So, at that time, those in the fifth realm who hope to hit the sixth realm will choose to try to break through. Breakthrough will be the sixth realm. If you don't break through, you will fall. By then, whether you are willing to try to break through to the sixth realm or not, you have to try. Impacting the sixth realm, their expressions changed. Those at the peak of the fifth realm among them were far from qualified, and their success rate was less than 1/10,000th. Wasn't this looking for death? It's a pity that they don't have time to develop. Chapter 3316 Wind and Rain Loose Cultivator Alliance. Can you please ask the existences from the sixth realm that have left our territory of number 4000 to come over and take us out of here? A fourth realm person said. No, Junhai Realm Master shook his head, we can't contact them, and it seems more difficult for those in the sixth realm to come over, and the price paid is huge. Why should they take us there? Those in the sixth realm have already just took their relatives away, there is nothing to worry about here. And countless multi-dimensional catastrophes have passed, even if they once belonged to the same force, they have never seen these sixth realms in the subsequent super-dimensional realms, and there is no emotion at all. The other fifth realm people bowed their heads silently, knowing that this was a fact. Try to improve your cultivation as much as possible, and act accordingly when the time comes. Junhai Realm Master suggested. Immediately, these fifth realms left one by one and made preparations privately. Maybe some people in the fifth realm have a way to survive, but they won't really say it. The reason for holding a meeting is to disrupt the situation and fish in troubled waters. In fact, every fifth realm person has his own little thoughts. Soon after, many overlord-level superdimensional forces in the fourth realm also learned about the news of the multidimensional catastrophe of death, and this news gradually became unbearable and spread among the fourth realm. This day, the leader of the realm of annihilation comes to find Yi Tian. Master Yi Tian, I would like to invite you to join an alliance of casual cultivators, said the Master of Extinction Realm. Invite me to join the Casual Cultivator Alliance. Yi Tian was quite surprised and didn't know why. He knew the situation of the Lord of Extinction. He had practiced for several multi-dimensional small tribulations and had not joined any rogue cultivators. Why did he suddenly join an alliance of rogue cultivators? Why is that? Yi Tian asked curiously. Because of the multi-dimensional catastrophe of death. The leader of the realm of annihilation said helplessly. Yi Tian has been practicing hard to improve his strength. The other cloned bodies are either studying and creating the supreme secrets of the four realms, or looking for resources. Every cloned body is very busy, but they do not understand the recent situation, so they do not know the multidimensionality of death. Big things. Could the multidimensional catastrophe of death be a special multidimensional catastrophe? Yi Tian asked. Yes, the leader of the extinction realm nodded. According to what we know, the multidimensional catastrophe of death is a multidimensional catastrophe that only occurs once in hundreds of multidimensional catastrophes. The last multidimensional catastrophe was the tribulation wind. But what appears in this multidimensional catastrophe is the power of death. The power of death is very terrifying. For example, the void of death outside the superdimensional world is caused by the multidimensional catastrophe of death. After hundreds of multidimensional catastrophes, this void of death still exists. You will know how terrifying this multidimensional catastrophic power is. Immediately, the Lord of the Extinction Realm briefly explained the situation of the multidimensional catastrophe of death. After listening, Yi Tiandu frowned, his expression extremely solemn. According to the leader of the Extinction Realm, even if he breaks through to the fifth realm, he may not be able to protect the human race and his family. The multidimensional catastrophe of death will even lead to the fall of the fifth realm. Yi Tian was still shocked. Yes, the leader of the Extinction Realm also said helplessly. As far as I know, among the fifth realms today, even those who are deeply hidden and have been in seclusion for many multidimensional tribulations have really survived for a few years. There are very few fifth realms during the 100-dimensional catastrophe, no more than 10. It is said that in the last multidimensional catastrophe of death, most of the fifth realms fell. If you are unlucky, a multidimensional catastrophe of death will directly destroy all living things. This is all normal. The simplest particle, the one who has lived the longest in the current fifth realm, has not lived through 1,000 multidimensional catastrophes. The existence of the fifth realm is so powerful that ordinary multi-dimensional catastrophes have little impact on them. Unless they seek death, but they cannot survive 1,000 multi-dimensional catastrophes. It is not that they have broken through to the sixth realm. There are still too few people who can truly cultivate into the sixth realm. The reason why those in the fifth realm do not live too long is because of the multi-dimensional catastrophe of death. This multi-dimensional catastrophe is so terrible that sometimes even those who are hiding in the deepest places, even the inheritance places left behind by hiding in the sixth realm, will also fall and the city will be destroyed. The fifth realm has fallen. What's the use of a mere alliance of casual cultivators? Yi Tian asked. The leader of the extinction realm said, it's not very useful. At least you can get the latest information. If everyone exchanges the information, you may be able to find a chance to survive. In addition, when the multi-dimensional catastrophe of death is coming, many fifth realms will take risks. Breaking through to the fifth realm. Only by breaking through to the fifth realm can there be any hope of survival. Okay, I'll join. No matter how confident Yi Tian is in his talent, he is not far away from the multi-dimensional catastrophe of death. Let alone the 9th level combat power, even the 10th level combat power will not be able to survive. He has the confidence to break through to the fifth realm, or even a more powerful realm, but can he protect the human race and his relatives? Disaster. Too difficult. Territory number 4000, the realm of wind and rain. Yi Tian and the leader of the realm of extinction came here. The Loose Cultivator Alliance is here, and this Loose Cultivator Alliance has gathered hundreds of thousands of fourth realms. They are all very powerful fourth realms. The weak fourth realms are not at all none. When Yi Tian came to the Casual Cultivator Alliance, he attracted many fourth level big guys from the Casual Cultivator Alliance to meet him. The leader of the realm of annihilation introduced to the other fourth realms. This is the leader of Yi Tian realm. Master Yi Tian, the one who broke through the 6th heaven pass in the 10-dimensional heaven gate tower. Everyone in the 4th realm was shocked. This was a big shot. There was no such strong person in their Casual Cultivator Alliance. After all, those in the 4th realm who can possess the combat power of the 6th heaven pass come from those overlord-level superdimensional forces who will never join the Casual Cultivator Alliance they formed. But if they knew that Yi Tian actually had the combat power of the 7th heaven pass, good money, they would probably be even more shocked. Of course, Yi Tian wouldn't say it. Later, Yi Tian officially joined this Casual Cultivator Alliance, and this Casual Cultivator Alliance was also named the Wind and Rain Alliance. The Wind and Rain Loose Cultivators Alliance is just an idle organization that can exchange information, trade, etc., but cannot be used by individuals. If the Loose Cultivators Alliance is used to seize resources and attack rival forces, it is definitely not allowed. Afterwards, Yi Tian obtained a lot of useful information from the Fengyu Loose Cultivators Alliance, and he also gave some of the information he had learned over the years to the Fengyu Loose Cultivators Alliance. Of course, no one will tell you the real place of opportunity. Not long after, Yi Tian obtained a 5th-level inheritance place from the Wind and Rain Loose Cultivator Alliance, but if Yi Tian was required to obtain some inheritance knowledge from it, it would need to be shared. After all, this was an opportunity given by the Wind and Rain Loose Cultivators Alliance, and Yi Tian had no objection to this. Chapter 3317 The inheritance place of the Lord of Wumu Realm is discovered again. Master Yi Tian, this is the inheritance place of the 5th realm controlled by our Wind and Rain Loose Cultivator Alliance. It is a 5th realm that fell before the 36th multi-dimensional catastrophe. It is said that its strength is also extremely powerful, but it has offended several people. The existence at the peak of the 5th realm was severely damaged and eventually fell here. A person from the 4th realm discovered this heritage relic and contributed to it. The 4th super-dimensional realm of the Wind and Rain Loose Cultivator Alliance, Shadow Cultivator Realm Master brought Yi Tian to an inheritance ruins and introduced. According to the introduction of the Yingshou Realm Master, this 5th realm was called Yaoyu Realm Master, and his strength was quite good, but unfortunately he still fell. Subsequently, Yi Tian entered this heritage site. Dozens of extra-dimensional epochs later, Yi Tian came out of this ruins, bringing out 3 quasi-innate multi-dimensional treasures, 2 innate multi-dimensional Dao body inheritances, several secret techniques and other resources. He shared all those inheritances with the Wind and Rain Loose Cultivator Alliance, and even shared some resources. In the days that followed, inheritance relics from door to door were contributed by the Wind and Rain Loose Cultivators Alliance. After all, those who have cultivated to the 4th realm can more or less find some inheritance relics, but many inheritance relics are too demanding, and they 037 cannot get rewards for entering the 4th realm, so they can only share them. And Yi Tian is not only powerful, but also talented. Even if those inheritance relics have extremely difficult tests, it is not a big deal. Gradually, Yi Tian gained a lot of benefits and many inheritances, and even acquired dozens of innate multi-dimensional Taoist bodies. However, his inheritance of the Sanwu secret technique can only allow him to cultivate 3 innate multi-dimensional Tao bodies. No matter how many other innate multi-dimensional Tao bodies there are, he cannot cultivate them, but they can be left to the human race as their inheritance. A place of inheritance for the Lord of Wumu realm. Yi Tian was shocked when he received the notice from the Wind and Rain Loose Cultivator Alliance. Moreover, this was not an ordinary inheritance place. The level was relatively high, but the test was very difficult. This was discovered by a certain Fourth Realm person over a long period of time, and no other Fourth Realm person has discovered it yet. This person in the Fourth Realm couldn't pass the test and couldn't get any benefits, so he handed over this inheritance place to the Wind and Rain Loose Cultivator Alliance. Now, the 4th interdimensional realm of the Wind and Rain Loose Cultivators Alliance has all gone to participate in the test, and each one must swear an oath not to leak it. Otherwise, once it is known to those overlord-level superdimensional forces, it will not be their turn to take charge of the Wind and Rain Loose Cultivators Alliance. Wow! Yi Tian rushed over immediately and soon arrived at the inheritance place. This inheritance place is located in the 6th dimension. Other 4th realms have to enter the 6th dimension through special methods or formations, but Yi Tian can easily escape into the 6th dimension. This is the ability that can only be possessed after the 3rd level of Wu Emu's body is completed. Wow! Yi Tian easily escaped into this inheritance place of Lord Wu Mu. In front of him, there were 9 huge whirlpools. Each whirlpool was a passage, which was somewhat similar to the inheritance place of the Wumu realm lord he saw last time, except that there were many fewer passages. The masters of the extinction realm and the shadow cultivation realm are both here, and they are also comprehending these whirlpool passages. Master Yi Tian, you are here too. The Lord of Extinction came over. Master of the Extinction Realm, what's going on now? Yi Tian asked. The leader of the realm of extermination introduced. Currently, some of the 4th realms have sneaked into these 9 whirlpools, but without exception, they have all been strangled. Try all 9, Yi Tian asked again. We tried them all, but they all died. We were trapped directly outside this inheritance place, but from the style, the formations and traces here, we can tell that this is indeed the inheritance place of Lord Wu Mu. The Lord of Extinction affirmed. Yi Tian stared at these 9 whirlpools and silently meditated here. The mystery here is more mysterious than the inheritance place I saw at the beginning. It is worthy of being the higher level AFBC inheritance place of the Wu Mu realm lord. Time passed slowly, and more people in the 4th realm gave up and left here directly. They don't want to waste time here, and there are other 4th realms being studied. If the research is done, they will get the news and come back then. Unknowingly, 100 extra-dimensional epochs of time have passed. After studying for so long, Yi Tian finally had research results. Strictly speaking, these 9 whirlpools are correct passages, but they are incorrect passages. If you want to enter the place of inheritance, you must integrate these passages. How to integrate it? Yi Tian had a clue, which was to use the superdimensional rules to unite the 9 vortexes, thereby stimulating a real passage so that he could break through. But the arrangement and combination are different, and the places they lead to are different. Yi Tian continued to comprehend, and it took another 100 extra-dimensional epochs to finally understand it. Boom! A large number of extra-dimensional rules appeared on Yi Tian's body and were integrated into these 9 vortex channels. The next moment, the 9 vortex passages lit up at the same time, and gradually the power merged, and the 10th passage gradually emerged, forming a portal. Wow! Yi Tian escaped directly into it. When other people in the 4th realm saw this scene, they also wanted to follow. Result: boom! They were directly knocked away by this portal and could not enter at all. Obviously, there is a special power on the door of this passage. Only the 4th realms that have completed this test are allowed to enter, and other 4th realms cannot enter. The inheritance place of Wu Mu realm lord. Yi Tian saw a statue, which seemed to be the statue of the Lord Wu Mu. What surprised her was that the owner of Wu Mu realm was a woman. He always thought she was a man. After coming here, he also knew what the test was. Create your own unique secret to the 8th dimension. Yi Tian had already created his own secret art of will in the 8th dimension, and this test was too easy for him. However, the secret art of the 8th dimension of will that he knows by himself definitely does not meet the requirements. He must create the secret skill of the 8th dimension of will according to the requirements of the Wu Mu realm lord. Buzz! A strange sacred tree emerged from the void. This sacred tree is very extraordinary. Although it is just a projection, it shows that it is very extraordinary. And this time the test is to create a secret art of will in the 8th dimension that is closely related to it. Subsequently, Yi Tian understood the projection of the sacred tree, and then continued to analyze and study it. Time passed slowly, and before you knew it, another 500 extra-dimensional eras had passed. This day, Yi Tian successfully created a qualified 8th dimensional will skill. Chapter 3318 Cultivation Breakthrough, the Peak of the 4th Realm. The 8th dimensional will secret skill created by Yi Tian is named the multi-dimensional vine, which can absorb the opponent's soul will and continuously weaken its soul will. After this 8th dimensional will secret skill was created, Yi Tian easily passed the test with this 8th dimensional will secret skill. 0. A large list of treasures appeared, asking him to choose one of them. Yi Tian took a look and found that these treasures were very high grade, 2 levels higher than the previous inheritance place of the Lord of the Black Mother Realm. There is actually a 4th level inheritance of the Sanwu secret technique. Yi Tian was quite surprised. He has already cultivated the 3 Crows secret technique to the 3rd level of Dacheng, and there will be no further cultivation. If he obtains the 3rd level of the 3 Crows secret technique, he will be able to cultivate all 3 innate multi-dimensional Taoist bodies to the 4th level in the future. Of course, that requires a breakthrough in cultivation to reach the 5th realm. Exchange it. Although other resources are extremely precious, the 3 Crows secret technique is related to the advancement of the innate multi-dimensional Taoist body and must be obtained. Yi Tian immediately locked onto the inheritance of the 4th level of Sanwu secret technique. Buzz. A inheritance poured into Yi Tian's mind and was absorbed by his soul will. He mastered the 4th level of Sanwu's secret method in an instant, but if he wanted to master it, he had to go back and slowly comprehend and master it. Then, the second test came. This time the test allowed him to create the 9th dimension will secret skill, but it was not based on the phantom of the sacred tree, but another phantom. Boom. It was a drop of water, but it was not ordinary water. This drop of water contained terrifying power like a super-dimensional territory. Just a projection shocked Yi Tian. Based on this drop of water, it is very difficult to create the secret skill of the 9th dimension of will. However, it is much easier than creating a 9th dimensional will secret skill from scratch. This should be the legendary Wumu River. Yi Tian guessed. It is rumored that the Lord of the Wumu realm was born in the Wumu River and is a special creature of the Wumu River. However, it is not clear where the Wumu River is. Maybe it was destroyed countless years ago. In the years that followed, Yi Tian studied the secret art of will in the 9th dimension here. In a blink of an eye, 2,000 extra-dimensional eras passed. At this time, the leader of the realm of annihilation successfully passed the test and entered the land of inheritance. The other 4th realms still failed to pass, and most of them gave up. There were a very few 4th realms in Song Dynasty that were still in harmony. A place of inheritance. Yi Tian is almost on the verge of comprehending the secret art of will in the 9th dimension. This day, Yi Tian's eye created the 9th dimensional will skills that fit this drop of black mother water. Buzz. Yi Tian's soul and will condensed into a drop of water. This drop of water contained terrifying power, but it was not an attack type 9th dimensional will trick, but a recovery type 9th dimensional will trick. If his soul will is severely damaged, he can use this 9th dimensional will skill to quickly increase his strength, and it can also bless his soul will and strengthen his 9th dimensional soul will. For this reason, Yi Tian named it Wumu Bao Soul Technique. After the Wumu Treasure Soul Technique was created, Yi Tian naturally passed the test, and a list of treasures appeared, asking him to choose one as a reward. So many treasures. Yi Tian was very excited and wanted to take all these treasures away, but he could only take away one thing. He browsed through it carefully and finally selected one of the treasures. Open black lens bracket multidimensional scale close black lens bracket. According to the introduction of this treasure, this multidimensional world scale is a scale of a 6th level multidimensional being. This kind of multidimensional world scale can help the 4th level understand the superdimensional rules. Under the 100,000 superdimensional rules, all realms have effects. However, this multidimensional world scale contains a trace of the power of the multidimensional life of the 6th realm, which is difficult to remove. If it is really completely eliminated, the special nature of the multidimensional world scale will be destroyed. If you use multidimensional world scales to comprehend the superdimensional rules for a long time, you will gradually be affected by the multidimensional life force of the 6th realm, causing the soul's will to become crazy. You must control the degree of comprehension. Yi Tian chose the multi-dimensional scale as a treasure without hesitation. Buzz! A huge scale appeared in front of Yi Tian, and he put it away. Yi Tian originally thought that these were the two tests, but he didn't expect that there would be a first test. The third test actually asked me to create the supreme secret of the four realms. Yi Tian shook his head, he couldn't do it currently. However, he was still ready to give it a try. Wow! A shadow appeared. It was a man in green holding a long sword. With a single stroke, he directly destroyed the super-dimensional territories. This terrifying scene really shocked Yi Tian. This is the true power of the sixth realm to display supreme skills. He silently meditated and felt the mystery of the supreme secret. Zero, please give me flowers. But he has been meditating for a long time, but the effect is still not good. I am afraid it will take endless years before he can hope to create the supreme secret of the four realms. Then, Yi Tian combined this image with the sword light in the multi-dimensional life-blood of the sixth realm to study the supreme secret. Anyway, as long as it contains the mystery of this image, the four-dimensional multi-dimensional secret art created in this way will be recognized, so he uses the sword light in the sixth realm's multi-dimensional life-blood to create the supreme secret skill. This is not cheating. He decided to spend endless years studying it. 10,000 extra-dimensional epochs were not enough, so he would study another 10,000 and 10,000 extra-dimensional epochs. He did not believe that he would never be able to create it. 5,000 extra-dimensional epochs have passed. 10,000 extra-dimensional eras have passed. 20,000 super-dimensional eras. 30,000 super-dimensional eras. Unknowingly, 100,000 extra-dimensional eras have passed. This was also a long time for Yi Tian, and he also tried his best to cultivate his relatives and the human race, allowing the race to give birth to many fourth realms. In any case, he also wants more human beings to improve their strength and add a glimmer of hope for them to survive the multi-dimensional catastrophe of death. This day, boom, Yi Tian's cultivation level has broken through, from the late stage of the fourth realm to the peak of the fourth realm. This is not a big deal. With his talents and qualifications, coupled with a large amount of resources, it is normal for his cultivation to break through to the peak of the fourth realm. In addition, he also gave away the multi-dimensional world scales, allowing other cloned bodies to use the multi-dimensional world scales to comprehend and practice. Now, his level of super-dimensional rules has skyrocketed. The realm of 70,000 extra-dimensional rules is Yi Tian's progress in this 100,000 extra-dimensional era. He has also cultivated the Three Crows secret technique to the early stage of the fourth level. The wisdom body of Kashapa, the body of Wumu, and the 10-dimensional celestial body are also the limits of the third level. They are still unable to break through the limitations of this cultivation realm. But under the influence of the fourth level Sanwu secret method, he can easily exert the power of the 3 innate multi-dimensional Tao bodies. In addition, Yi Tian's soul will has also skyrocketed, but it is still in the 9th dimension of soul will. Combining these, his current strength has reached the combat power of the 8th heaven pass. If he creates the supreme secret skill of the four realms, his combat power will immediately increase to be comparable to the top 9th heaven pass combat power, and infinitely close to the 10th heaven pass combat power. Chapter 3319 First Dimension Rules. With his cultivation reaching the peak of the fourth realm and the superdimensional rules reaching 70,000, Yi Tian is now fully capable of attacking the fifth realm. However, he still had to wait. He wanted to break into the 10th level of the 10-dimensional Heavenly Gate Tower. If he breaks into the 10th Heaven Pass, he may be able to obtain all the inheritance resources of the Tianwei Realm Master. What a fortune that is! Moreover, although the Tianwei Realm Master is only in the 5th realm and not the 6th realm, his strength is no less than that of the ordinary 6th realm. After all, the Lord of Tianwei Realm is the only one recorded in this territory who can be said to be invincible in the 5th realm. The wealth opportunities he left behind are definitely no less than the wealth of the ordinary 6th realm. Any inheritance place of the Wumu Realm Lord has a huge amount of wealth and treasures, so the wealth of the Weiwei Realm Lord is equal to all the resources of all 10 inheritance places in the Wumu Realm. Therefore, he could not, June 43 inches give up this opportunity. Breaking through to the 5th realm cannot solve the problem, and you may not be able to survive the multi-dimensional catastrophe of death. But if you obtain the inheritance of the master of the Tianwei realm, then there is hope to survive the multi-dimensional catastrophe of death and even protect the human race. Yi Tian secretly said. Now, he felt that he was about to create the supreme secret of the four realms. Time flies. Another 50,000 extra-dimensional epochs of time have passed. Nowadays, the news of the multi-dimensional catastrophe of death has even spread. Many small forces know about it, and they are all terrified, making the territory of number 4000 extremely chaotic. After all, many creatures know that they are going to die, so they are naturally extremely crazy. As a result, there was killing everywhere, and there were even many extreme Fourth Realm plunderers plundering all resources, just to give themselves a little more hope of attacking the Fifth Realm. Yi Tian didn't care about these things. He practiced with peace of mind and tried to create his own 4-chapters school. Finally this day, Yi Tian couldn't stop laughing at the inheritance place of Lord Wu Mu. Ha ha ha, I finally created the supreme secret of the 4 realms. Boom, Yi Tian condensed a ray of sword light, tore through the void, and penetrated the 10th dimension. The terrifying power seemed to be able to kill a 5th level figure. And after creating the supreme secret of the 4 realms, his body seemed to have undergone some kind of transformation, and the 3 innate multi-dimensional Dao bodies had a tendency to merge. After a long time, this transformation was completed, and he felt that he was even more powerful. However, he felt that he was still a little short of passing the 10th level. Yi Tian named this supreme skill in the 4 realms the multi-dimensional sword blade. The supreme secret of the 4 realms has been created, and the reward should appear. Wow, the projections of 6 treasures appeared for Yi Tian to choose. Although there are few types of treasures, each one is enough for the 5th realm to fight desperately to snatch. Yi Tian carefully read the introductions of the 6 treasures, and after careful consideration, decided to choose one of them. Tian Wutong, this is an eye of a mysterious 6th realm multi-dimensional life. If you fuse this eye, you can peek into the essence of the super-dimensional rules. However, the side effects are huge. Once merged, they will gradually be affected by the power of Tian Wutong and gradually assimilate into the Tianwu clan. Even their consciousness will be transformed. Only a few treasures can suppress this assimilation. However, once Tian Wutong is used, many super-dimensional realms will gradually become addicted to it and never give up. However, I have to admit that the value of Tian Wutong is absolutely unimaginable. Just choose Tian Wutong, the multi-dimensional scales will not be of much help to me. Even if I understand millions and tens of millions of super-dimensional eras, I can at most upgrade the super-dimensional rules to the level of 90,000. It is still not enough. A little. Then, Yi Tian chose Tian Wutong. Wow, a huge golden eye appeared in front of Yi Tian and was put away by him. At this point, this assessment is over. Subsequently, he left here. As for the harvest this time, he could not give it to Fengyu Sancho Alliance. Of course, he will provide some resources to the Wind and Rain Loose Cultivator Alliance. After knowing the difficulty of the test, many 4th level members of the Wind and Rain Loose Cultivator Alliance gave up one by one. Are you kidding? The simplest test is to create your own secret art of will in the 8th dimension. Who can do it? Therefore, they no longer dare to expect the inheritance of the Wumu Realm Master. The effect of Tianwu pupil is really terrifying. Yi Tian's eyebrows are inlaid with a sky-black pupil. The super-dimensional rules between heaven and earth can no longer be hidden, as if all the rules are under his observation. At the same time, Tian Wutong's power continued to affect him, and he also tried to assimilate his other bodies, but was blocked by the Great Realm Armor technique, but it was almost 10 points. It can be seen that the strength of the master of Tian Wutong should be higher than that of the fallen 6th realm multi-dimensional life. Enlightenment, enlightenment, enlightenment again. Yi Tian sacrifices a duplicate body every once in a while. With the help of Tian Wutong, his realm of extra-dimensional rules rapidly increases. 80,000 super-dimensional rules. 85,000 super-dimensional rules. 90,000 super-dimensional rules. In the blink of an eye, 300,000 extra-dimensional era years passed. This day, Yi Tian's level of super-dimensional rules has reached 99,999 super-dimensional rules, but this last super-dimensional rule is extremely difficult to comprehend. If it were another 4th realm, it would be difficult to break it even after comprehending several multi-dimensional tribulation years. But Yi Tian relied on the sky-black eyes, the multi-dimensional wisdom light, and the multi-dimensional evolution mirror, and worked hard to finally comprehend the last extra-dimensional rule. Boom, 100,000 extra-dimensional rules burst out, surrounding Yi Tian, and gradually merged and transformed. This is an unimaginable huge transformation and a real qualitative change. Every moment, his aura is getting stronger. I don't know how long it took, but 100,000 extra-dimensional rules finally completed the final qualitative change, turning into 3.5 dimensions in Yi Tian. 100,000 extra-dimensional rules can be turned into one-dimensional rules. The fifth realm that masters the rules of one dimension is the truly top fifth realm. In one thought, an area can be dimensionalized, and in one thought one can obliterate the entire dimension. All living things. After mastering the rules of the first dimension, Yi Tianxi knew how powerful he was, and finally knew that the combat power of the 10th Heaven Pass far exceeded that of the 9th Heaven Pass, and he could almost kill him instantly. The supreme secret knowledge of the four realms combined with the rules of the first dimension is the real killer weapon. If I break through to the fifth realm again, even if I am not invincible in the fifth realm, it will still be enough to sweep over 90% of the fifth realm. Got it. Yi Tian was very excited. He finally saw a glimmer of hope in overcoming the multi-dimensional catastrophe of death. Next, he will break through the 10-dimensional Heaven Gate Tower and break through the 10th level in one breath. Chapter 3320, 10th Heaven Gate Combat Power, in charge of the 10-dimensional Heaven Gate Tower. 10-dimensional Heaven Gate Tower. Yi Tian came here. He had passed the 6th level before, but he had never passed the 7th level. Soon, he came to the 7th level. A gatekeeper at the 7th level fought with Yi Tian, but was killed instantly by Yi Tian with one finger. Past the 7th level. Then, Yi Tian was still the gatekeeper who instantly defeated the 8th level, and then came to the 9th level. Similarly, the gatekeeper at the 9th level is very powerful, but with Yi Tian's supreme skill in the four realms, he can still be killed with one move. Later, Yi Tian came to the 10th level, which is also a level that no one has passed so far. Level 10. After Yi Tian entered here, he saw a gatekeeper from the 5th realm. The 5th realm. Yi Tian was surprised. He thought he was the gatekeeper of the 4th realm. But if you think about it carefully, even with the blessing of the 10th dimensional Heavenly Gate Tower, the gatekeepers of the 4th realm can only have the combat power of the 9th Heaven Gate, and it is impossible to exert the combat power of the 10th Heaven Gate gatekeeper. So, the gatekeeper at the 10th level is a 5th level figure, so it makes sense. However, this figure in the 5th realm is not in the right state and has become a puppet of the one-dimensional Tianguan Tower. 05. Kill. Yi Tian started fighting with this 5th level figure. This was also his first duel with the 5th level figure. Boom. The strength of this 5th level figure is extremely terrifying. Every move is a 4-dimensional multi-dimensional secret skill, and the 9th dimensional will skills are also one after another. The opponent's super-dimensional rules realm is also a first-dimensional rule. In an instant, this area was in the void of the opponent's dimension. Yi Tian also activated the rules of the first dimension to create his own dimension, and the two dimensions continued to collide. Multi-dimensional sword, cut. Yi Tian held the innate multi-dimensional treasure, the sky wooden blade, and cast the multi-dimensional sword. Tear it apart. The opponent's dimension was directly cut open by Yi Tian, and it was severed from the opponent's body. If you can't even cut through the dimensions, you won't be able to hurt the opponent at all. This is also the power of the first dimensional rules. Rumble. Yi Tian and this 5th level man continued to fight. I don't know how much time passed, but the opponent's injuries worsened. This is the horror of the supreme secret skill. Even the 5th level master can hardly recover from the injuries caused by the supreme secret skill. For example, after that 6th level multi-dimensional being was killed, his blood contained the power zone of the supreme secret. Finally, Yi Tian used the multi-dimensional sword blade again, and combined with the sky wooden blade, it directly penetrated the opponent's body and completely defeated his body. I saw that the physical body of this 5th realm collapsed and died directly, and was not resurrected like other gatekeepers. At the same time, all the other super-dimensional realms who were still entering the 10-dimensional Sky Gate Tower were moved out of the 10-dimensional Sky Gate Tower, leaving only Yi Tian. Boom. A phantom descended, and it turned out to be a trace of the remaining will of the Lord of Tianwei realm. That is to say, it is possible to maintain this ray of will without dissipating by relying on the 10-dimensional Heavenly Gate Tower. This residual will has been sleeping in the 10-dimensional Heaven Gate Tower. Once someone breaks through the 10th gate, he will appear, but it will also quickly collapse and completely dissipate. You are very good. You actually passed the 10th level of the 10-dimensional Heavenly Gate Tower. From today on, this 10-dimensional Heavenly Gate Tower belongs to you. This is an innate multi-dimensional treasure of 13 tribulations. Countless 5th realms want it. Quote, I also left some treasures, which are placed deep in the 10-dimensional Sky Gate Tower. You can find them after you take charge of the 10-dimensional Sky Gate Tower. I am about to dissipate, and I can't do anything. I just want to ask you to help me kill the 6th superdimensional realm, the Lord of Broken Rain realm after you break through to the 6th realm in the future. I must kill him. Bitch. As soon as he finished speaking, the remaining will of the Lord of Tianwei realm completely dissipated. Lord of Broken Rain realm, bitch. Yi Tian guessed that the other party was a woman. She might have a relationship dispute with the Tianwei realm master, or she might have tricked the Tianwei realm master. But the existence of the Lord of Tianwei realm was too long ago, at least 200 to 300 multi-dimensional tribulations ago, so naturally he didn't know much about it. But now that I have obtained the inheritance from the master of Tianwei realm, if I find the master of Broken Rain realm in the future and is strong enough to kill the opponent, I can just do it casually. Next, Yi Tian began to refine the 10-dimensional Heaven Gate Tower. The 13 Tribulations innate multi-dimensional treasure is many times more advanced than the 3 Tribulations innate multi-dimensional treasure, the Sky Wooden Blade. Once he obtains this treasure, he will be even more confident in protecting the human race. At the same time, many fifth realms in the outside world were alarmed. The 10-dimensional Heavenly Gate Tower is controlled by someone from the 4th realm. Who is it? Is he the master of the Yangwang realm of the 10-dimensional Heavenly Palace? He has always been the one with the highest level of success before. Fart, Yangwang is indeed the only 8th level combat power in the past, but if you want to take charge of the 10-dimensional Sky Guan Tower, you must pass the 10th level of the 10-dimensional Sky Guan Tower. Yangwang does not have this power. Besides, there are also some in your forces. The 4th realm, which is comparable to the 8th heaven pass in terms of combat power, has just been hidden all this time. Maybe it is the 4th realm under your command. Suddenly, these 5th realms started to quarrel. Go to the 10th dimension, lock the location of the 10th dimension tower, and see if there is a 4th realm coming out. Good. Tier, Yi Zun, the 5th realm, tore apart the 10th dimension, found the 10-dimensional Wei Mi Tower. Before, they just couldn't collect the 10-dimensional Sky Gate Tower, but now that the 4th realm is in charge of the 223 10-dimensional Sky Gate Tower, they have hope. Time passed slowly and they were waiting. And Yi Tian has been refining the 10-dimensional Heavenly Gate Tower. Finally on this day, he successfully refined it. I also sense the 5th realms of the outside world. With so many 5th realms, they must all be targeting the 10-dimensional Heavenly Gate Tower. He didn't panic, it wasn't so easy to be caught in the 10-dimensional Heaven Gate Tower. Quote exclamation mark quote, the 10-dimensional Sky Gate Tower shuttles through the 10th dimension at extremely fast speeds. It is true that the 5th realm can also cross the 10th dimension, but it cannot stay in the 10th dimension forever, and the speed is far inferior to the Wishengguan Tower. Soon, the 5th realm of Yi Zun was thrown away. After getting rid of all the 5th realms, Yi Tian controlled the 10-dimensional Sky Gate Tower to instantly escape from the 10th dimension, then put away the 10-dimensional Sky Gate Tower and immediately hid it. Then, those in the 5th realm continued to deduce and track, but they could not find Yi Tian, nor could they deduce Yi Tian's traces, and couldn't find anything. Suddenly, these 5th realms were extremely angry. If there is a 10-dimensional gate tower, their hope of surviving the multi-dimensional catastrophe of death will be greatly increased. Then, these 5th realms issued mission instructions to search for Yi Tian. Once they provided useful information, they would directly give generous rewards.